Right. That's what I think you should do.
Oh,
okay.
Hi-oh.
Yeah. All right.
I want them to tell us if they can hear us and
Hello?
me.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, everybody.
I'm gonna move us closer. What?
What do you mean?
Hey, everybody. It's us. We're getting ready to get started here pretty soon. Obviously, we're still missing one of our junior adventurers. Heather is out today, but Kevin is en route, coming as fast as he can. But we wanted to just make sure that you guys can hear and see us okay. So please let us know in the chat if you can see us okay. And also, neither Cody nor Kate have seen the big movie that everyone is talking about. So let's not say anything in the chat about that big movie. Not that you would, but now that I've told you, you might accidentally do it, and then that would please me.
It's true. You probably shouldn't have said anything.
If I didn't say anything, no one would have thought to talk about it, but now I've put it out there.
Now it's in the air. Now it's in the ether.
Now someone's going to do that joke that I was going to do, where they're going to say something like, haha, this hilarious thing happens as a spoiler, but it's going to be a little too accurate.
A little too real.
And one person's gonna wander in and not know, and then they're gonna
be like,
oh, we talking about
this thing?
And then that's what sucks about, I mean, like, can I talk about Force Awakens? Is that going to spoil? Now I'm very worried. So the day or two beforehand, I was very dumb, and I was checking something online because I was like really doing like a mainline, a bunch of Star Wars stuff beforehand, and someone had like hacked into Wikipedia, which is the like Star Wars wiki, and just changed the like subject line of every single page to Kylo Ren kills Han Solo, and I lost my shit. And like, Hallie had to like talk me down off the ledge. She had to be like, listen, this is a troll. Of course they would say that. Of course they would say that the bad guy kills the character everyone likes. It doesn't mean it's true. It just means, right? And I was like, you're right. You're totally right. You're so right. And I like, she knew that it happened, obviously, because why else would someone do that? But I was so like, just hysterical that she was like, it's fine. You're okay. We're going to be okay.
That's pretty awesome.
And then I'm watching the movie and he like steps onto the bridge. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah,
right?
You knew already.
I knew.
This is the moment.
Then it was just a matter of like, just Chewie make it. And he did. But there was like a moment when you kind of don't think that he does. He like blows the detonator. And then there's a huge explosion. I'm like, oh my God.
The false thing.
They killed both of them. And I'm such a big Chewie fan. I'm just sitting there like, this is the end.
I feel like the whole time during that scene I was in denial. Even as it was happening, even as he was dead, I was like, he's not dead. I was that dog meme with the fire around him saying, this is fine. He's fine. He's not dead.
Right.
He's alive. That's not his lifeless body. He didn't just explode in the thing.
But the thing is that like he fell, right? That's how you die in Star Wars. You fall down.
Yeah.
He fell.
Okay, Kevin's here, so let's shut up because I think he has seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Hey, buddy.
Brooke says those who spoil those things deserve to step on all the Legos.
Agreed. You're totally right, Brooke.
Yeah.
That's a good punishment, I think. There's my boy. He can't hear me, but he is my boy.
He can't hear you, but he is your boy.
What a boy he is. For a second there, I thought his shirt had like a Russian sickle on it, like a hammer and a sickle, but then it didn't. I was like, oh, that's cool. I guess you're a communist. It's fine. I support that.
Have you seen Disaster Artist?
No.
Okay.
No one wants to talk to you about that movie, Cody. Stop asking.
Anyone in chat seen The Disaster Artist?
Hey, Brooke, you seen The Disaster Artist? She might currently be the only person in chat.
Okay.
Shadowfell should be there. He talked to me about it earlier today.
Oh, I see him.
The Disaster Artist?
Kevin approaches.
Yeah, he talked to me about Disaster Artist.
He can't wait to bring that up with me in chat.
Right. Super excited.
Even though you're not watching chat. So I have to choose to tell you that something.
You have to translate back and forth. So you get spoiled on the Disaster Artist because you have to translate it.
Is he really quiet for you guys, or is that just me?
Just you, I think.
Are Heather's headphones there? Because someone could be evil and steal those.
Ooh.
They are.
I see the box. I don't know if that's...
But without her permission, I would feel bad. We can maybe text her. But if you can hear me okay, maybe let's just roll.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah.
They just weren't fully plugged in.
Look at all the room you guys have. Look at all that space.
I know.
Let's just get rid of Heather. What do you think?
Okay.
Or get rid of someone. I say Kate.
Yeah.
Fine. You guys have tried. You put up a good fight.
I was gonna say we almost got rid of Kate.
We did. Yeah. You put up a good fight. All right, let's jump in then, folks. Okay. We're a few minutes after.
Stop eating cheeses.
Previously on Junior Adventurers League, the school year is in full swing. The junior adventurers, once mighty heroes, are reduced to mere students, scrambling to study before their mysterious final exams. For the moment, however, our adolescent heroes have a small reprieve. tonight is midwinter. And to celebrate the year's longest night, the Gygaxian School of Future Adventurers throws a great feast with carols, presents, and possibly even an appearance by Grandmother Winter. The adventure begins on the 50th of snow season, year 559 of Kairosha's 4th age. This is episode 24, Teacher's Pet. Welcome, everybody, to the season finale of the Junior Adventurers League. This is a D&D 5th edition actual play brought to you by the creators and cast of Experience Points. In Junior Adventurers League, if you're tuning into this season finale for the first time, very strange, but welcome.
Very strange.
Our adventurers are children. They are students at the Gygaxian School of Future Adventurers. Basically a school that teaches you how to become a brave hero. It teaches you how to slay dragons, how to explore dungeons. And each week they take on a new quest that basically is a new adventure in their ongoing saga that will test their skills and their knowledge and their teamwork.
Experience Points is a 12-part web series about real people who play real D&D. Scripted. Yeah. It is on YouTube. And fun fact, if you watch it backwards, like from 12 to 1, it makes less sense. True. That is true. It will make a little bit less sense. You'll really appreciate some of the callback jokes, though, I think.
Yeah.
If you want to help out, it would be. It's like Memento. I like the idea that like someone watches it like hoping to find a hidden meaning, and there just isn't one. No. Just garbage. If you want to help out our junior adventurers today, you can make a donation. $2 gets some healing. $4 gets you a natural 20, and $6 activates a figurine of dubious power, which is a very interesting mechanic that has been introduced by one of our lovely patrons, the one and only Shadow. Shadow.
60,000 people.
Yeah, in the stadium. They start doing the like Shadow. It's a monster truck that just shoots out of nowhere. There had been no monster trucks previously, and one of them just. Great. It's called the Shadowner, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go through introductions. Give our player name, our character name, and I actually have a real question for you this week. What was your character's favorite like childhood toy? Preferably a toy that you probably grew out of by now, right? Like your binky or your blanket or whatever. Yeah. Let's start on the one end.
My name's Kate, and I'm playing Jrmi, a halfling bard who is 11, and she looks like a blonde Merida. Well, a white-haired Merida. She was blonde once.
And she died and came back from the dead.
Yeah, we couldn't keep her down. I'm the bard. I play Mackenzie in season 1. I'm all over the place.
What about your favorite toy?
I think it was... Fuck. Ooh, a little stuffed animal. Of
what kind of stuffed animal? What was it?
Unicorn.
Stuffed unicorn. Got it. Sure. Bingo, bango. Did the stuffed unicorn have a name?
Yep.
Cool. Who's next?
Hello. My name is Cody Bushee, and I play Theodûir. He is a high elf sorcerer. He's 13 years old, and he's got his hair slicked back, and he's got the finest robes, just elegance groomed about him. His childhood toy that he outgrew, or his artifact, or whatever it is. However, I think it's something like a blanket. I want to say it is like maybe that he was wrapped in.
Like a natty old blanket.
It's like silk.
Like
it's got like your.
It probably was like super nice at one point, but I think it is maybe old now. Maybe it was enchanted. I don't know. So maybe it's still nice.
I'm betting Reg Malford still carries it with him just in case.
Yeah, Reg Malford has it.
Could be. Yeah, that works. Sure. And I think it makes sense if it was from his mother. For sure. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Marthel Dween, I think, who we've not really seen. Great, and who do we have last but not least?
That's right.
You got me, Kevin. I play Moss the Bard. And I'm not a bard.
Wait, Moss the Bard?
Moss the Bard. I multi-classing this year. Decided to switch on over. Moss the Druid, Dwarven Druid. He is a sexy-looking little kid.
We do not endorse childhood pornography.
Did I say sexy? I meant sweaty and smelly, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, but also kind of that sort of makes it sexier. It's got that dwarven musk.
Yeah, it's a nice musky. It's muskier than most musks. His favorite toy is probably stolen by his brother. Like, it was like a hand-me-down toy that once he started to like it was then taken back. Which is probably like now why he enjoys his rocks, because everyone's like, that's a useless rock. It's like, it's not just
no one wanted
rock.
to steal it from him.
Yeah. It's like, I have a pair of round sunglasses. Me, personally, Kevin, has a pair of stupid circle sunglasses because every single year I would get a pair of sunglasses from somebody in my family who would then steal them. So I was like, no one else will ever want these ones. They're too ugly.
You find the ugliest possible glasses.
Yeah.
That explains a lot about Moss's whole character.
Yeah.
That everything was just taken from you as a child, so you had to like...
If he enjoyed it, it was taken by his siblings or like someone wanted it, someone needed it. Didn't really matter. So eventually he got to go into the midden, so...
right.
So
he got to go into
really
the
exciting stuff. Moss lived a very charmed childhood.
It sounds like it. Yeah, the lap of luxury. Obviously, we are missing one of our junior adventurers this week. Heather Lore is not able to be with us, but she'll be back in short order for our sort of mid-season, which we'll talk about at the end of the episode.
This is my guess, wooden sword.
Oh, probably. Yeah, wooden sword would definitely make sense. Now she's going to say something crazy, right? Like, it's not that at all. So like I alluded to in the opening, we are in the middle of our school year. It's sort of snow season, which is the analog to winter. And you guys are waking up on the morning of midwinter. Midwinter is basically the Kyrosian equivalent of Christmas. It's the like big central holiday of this season. So very much imagine Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, right? Christmas morning. You guys are all staying at the school as opposed to going home. And there's a whole bunch of different festivities that you guys are getting ready to perform today. There's no classes as it's midwinter, so you guys are going to celebrate a whole bunch of different things. So you guys are awoken to the sound of ringing bells in your beds, in your dormitories. Aww. This is traditionally the sound that's supposed to wake you up on midwinter. The myth goes that in the middle of winter, Grandmother Winter, who is a sort of somewhat Santa Claus-like, somewhat Jack Frost-esque figure, sort of comes around, rides on her polar bear, Arctis, to deliver gifts to children. Arctis. So the sound of the bells are meant to be the bells that are on Arctis's harness. So that's what you guys are all woken up by, this magically produced sound. You guys are all summoned down to the mess hall for decorating. I actually had to go back into a previous episode and look up what people's pajamas look like, because by tradition, you don't put on your clothing all day. You're supposed to wear your pajamas.
I suppose.
So I think we'd established that Jrmi's has the footy pajamas, right? The bright red ones. I don't think we talked about... I don't remember Theodûir's ones. They were probably very nice and like embroidered.
Like, silk and stuff.
The monogrammed, right? Yeah.
Pretty typical.
And I think we had said that Moss sleeps either in the nude or just in your like whitey tighties.
In his nasty little like loincloth thing. Yeah.
Your gross whitey tighties.
I'm sure I'd probably walk out of my room and immediately they're like, no.
You need to... This is... Yeah. Because you're 13 also, so like puberty's just kind of starting to hit. So maybe you have like morning wood for the first time and you come out and it's just bad. So what do you think you put on to
I'm
like...
actually 12.
Oh, you're 12. So never mind. That's next year.
Yeah. Next year is the Morningwood year.
Yeah, next year. That's how it comes in.
Is here.
Oh. So what do you...
bells are ringing.
So are mine.
What do you wear instead of just your whitey tighties?
I'm sure that like I probably came out in whitey tighties and like they were just like, you gotta put something else on. And I just looked down. I'm just like, what else? And so they probably
just tolerate like, well, fine.
Yeah, so they probably like put me in like a makeshift poncho. So I probably like Jack Black in a poncho is essentially what we're looking at here.
Yeah, the belly sticks out a little bit.
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, perfect. So you're wearing this weird poncho over your undies. But it's not really that weird because no one really wants to hang out with you. So there's like a corona of people, right?
Yeah,
like besides the junior adventurers.
They're just like, look, we don't want to be near you, but we definitely don't want to see you like this. So
yeah, please spare us. So you guys are all ushered down into the mess hall coming from your various different dorms. And there's a bunch of different types of decorations that are being hung up for the festival. There are some of the magic students are casting enchantments to make it look like it's snowing from the ceiling. Some of the other like rogue students are climbing up onto the walls to string paper snowflakes. It's a very winter theme. Let's go around real quick and just describe how your characters are participating in the decoration and what you're doing, what kinds of things are hanging up or decorating. whoever wants to go first can go first. Go ahead and describe.
Interesting.
I have made myself in charge of glitter.
Oh, totally. So what are you doing with it? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I just like
shooting it everywhere.
Skipping around with handfuls of glitter and throwing
so you just have like
everywhere.
You just have like a bucket, and you're just like destroying the environment with this glitter, right? Because it's like it's horrible for the environment because like animals eat it, and it will never decompose.
Yeah.
So you're just walking around the mess hall, right?
Mm-hmm. I maybe like sometimes put it in my kazoo and just like towards people.
Yeah. So there's like silvery glitter everywhere. It's like bunching up in corners, and it's getting in your clothes, and it's just all over the place.
I'm loving it.
Jrmi is dusted in glitter.
Yeah.
It's itching
like
powder,
a Coke
actually.
fiend. What about Theodûir and Moss? What are you guys up to?
Are there like stocking traditions in this?
There could be.
Yeah.
Kind of the way the story works with Grandmother Winter is that you're not supposed to be seen by her. That she will come and when she sees there are no children around, that's where she leaves all of her gifts. Every day throughout the winter, you're supposed to leave her a small gift. And then on midwinter, she will come and like, well, no one's here. This is where I'll stash all my presents. And then she leaves all the presents out. And that's when the kids come and take the toys and the gifts and things. So there's kind of this sense of Grandmother Winter that like, she's a good figure, but she shouldn't catch you, right? You have to kind of hide from her. So I don't know how you want to incorporate stockings or something like that into the mythology.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably hiding stockings, like away from her.
Yeah.
Don't get my stockings.
No one show her your socks. I know Moss is growing like the most colorful mushrooms he can.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Like he's just sitting in this like he's taken over a corner and is now growing like these really bright, like probably poisonous mushrooms, but very pretty, very pretty. Right. And like, cause it's his family's traditions. Like, yeah, these grow everywhere, and this is Christmas time.
There's like one kid has to be taken to the infirmary because he eats one and doesn't realize. Yeah,
Maybe there's like some phosphorescent ones or something.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, probably. It's just like bright colors, like red, white, green, blue, like horrifically poisonous.
Yeah, so like, bad. The most
beautiful poisonous, but like the spores, because I grow them like right there, so they're not like fully developed, and then I'm just like sticking little hooks in them and like hanging them up places. Like
that's cool. Yeah, they're all swinging around. That's great. Kind of moving in the breeze a little bit. Yeah. That's great. Awesome. A lot of signage suddenly goes up after that. That's like, do not eat mushrooms. Right, yeah.
And in fact, it doesn't even say do not eat. It just says mushrooms made by Moss. And then everyone's like,
right. Oh, no thanks. That's fine. What about you, Theodûir? What are you going to do?
Is there maybe like a type of dessert that Grandmother Winter really likes or something like that?
Sure, yeah, that's great.
Her to come here?
Yeah, what do you think it is? What do you think she's about?
Lambus bread.
She loves lambus bread. No, I think could it be like some kind of pie?
Sure.
Is there like an exotic berry in this land?
Yeah, I feel like you could do something cool, like a kind of berry that only grows during the winter time, right? Yeah. Like a holly kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Shadowner says the rare snowberry.
Oh, snowberry is cool. Let's call it that. Yeah,
snowberry pie.
Snowberry pie. So are you in charge of making it?
One. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's like a group of kids are doing the cooking and a group of kids are doing the decorating. So you're maybe in the kitchens, Theodûir, and you're helping out with the snowberry pie.
I'm really just telling people
other kids
what to do. Yeah. Like I'm not doing any work at all. And I'm constantly seeming like I'm busy, but I'm just not.
But your dad provided the snowberries.
Yeah.
Like they're real.
Because they're super rare and difficult. Yeah. So you feel like you get to order people around. Are you wearing an apron or are you just still in your pajamas? Like
I think I probably took the head chef's apron and am just wearing it. He probably has no idea, but
that's perfect.
Yeah,
you styled yourself as this
I
sommelier.
look the part for sure. Yeah.
That's great. So one thing you guys would all notice is you probably spent a couple hours decorating, but no one seems to know. You don't see her, and no one seems to know where Valqwyn is. She hasn't shown up yet to come decorate. This is very unlike her. She's the kind of obnoxious person that's always up right away and it's like shaking everyone else out of bed. So it's kind of unusual that she's not here for this. What do you guys want to do?
I definitely tried to go in her room and like wake her up, and she's not there.
Okay. Yeah, I think when you went to her room, Larsamine, her roommate, was still getting ready and didn't want anyone to come inside. So you haven't like been inside the room yet, but you got kind of shouted at by her roommate.
Okay.
To leave.
I threw a bunch of glitter right in front of the doors that when she leaves.
Right. Perfect. But yeah, and then after that, a couple of hours go by, and you still haven't seen her. Getting on towards noon at this point. Like they're starting to like get into the festivities of the day, and you haven't seen her. What do you guys want to do?
Are we all together?
You're probably in various different places, right? Like, but you could conceivably come together.
Well, Val is probably fine. She doesn't like these sort of lovey-dovey, you know, we all come together, hold hands, and open gifts sort of
What
things.
are you talking about? There's a bunch of sparkly things all over the place. She loves that.
She more likes killing and axe competitions.
Do you ever talk to her?
Axe competitions. We cut to her like wearing this medallion for like winning the axe competition, right? Like whatever that is, like, blood on the ground. You're not sure. Yeah, great. Cut back.
Yeah, axe competitions.
I went to your last one. I didn't get the rules, but I think she won that one too.
She always.
I haven't been able to sleep since.
What should we do then? What are you all proposing?
Do you think she's off on Swordmaster stuff? Do you think they make them work on? Oh my gosh, Swordmasters have to work on midwinter.
Well, she was here last night. She was super excited and talking about all the things she was going to decorate and all of her ideas.
So I clearly just wasn't listening to her at all.
Well, it's possible that you don't care, but it seems unlikely that she vanished in the middle of the night to go do secret Swordmaster stuff.
Do you think Miss Grandmother Winter saw her? Do you think she got napped? But not like she's sleeping.
Oh, maybe that could
Did
be.
Arctis eat her?
Arctis?
Can you do that?
Maybe
No,
that is
but
possible.
Arctis could never eat her. She won all the axe competitions.
Oh, okay.
You pull back and there's a bunch of like polar bear heads mounted on the wall behind you, right? Like courtesy of the axe competition. Yeah.
Somehow it involves killing polar bears.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well,
can we go investigate her room?
let's go. I'll go.
Let's just go wake her up then. She's probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Something.
I tried, and a roommate wouldn't let me in there.
Her roommate's right over there, I think.
So the camera swings across, and we see this extremely gothic-looking tiefling named Larsamine, who's like putting up these with magically putting up these like dark black snowflakes, right? And you see as she does that, one of the professors comes over, and then we cut immediately away from that.
You know
so
what?
the roommate's not currently in the room. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we just go ask her what's going on?
Wait, we
Maybe
can't
she
go into
knows.
their dorm, can we?
No, we can't.
I can go back in there.
Well, no one's there. We can go in. I want to see.
It's co-ed. You guys could go into. I mean, like, yeah, you're not supposed to go into someone's room, but like, no one's gonna say no boys allowed. There's no like interviz or anything like that. Yeah.
Do you not want to at least ask?
You go for it.
All right. What's her name again? Sorry.
Larsamine.
Larsamine. Okay.
Larsamine.
Larsamine.
Uh-huh.
Larsamine.
Hey.
Hello.
What?
Where
What do
is
you want?
Valqwyn?
Where's
It
Val?
is. It is. She has been
Where's
sleeping
Val?
far too long. Was she not
I'm
getting
not-
up
She
when
in the room?
you left?
He just constantly stepping slightly over his words. I'm not my roommate's keeper, man. Okay. I don't know. She always gets up before me. Is she not here?
No,
No.
Okay.
We haven't seen her.
we haven't seen her.
Did she say anything about
Well-
the axe competition going on today?
Does she have any important
No.
sword mastery work?
We don't really
did she
talk.
say
We sort of have an
anything?
agreement that like I'm on my side and like she's on her side. Whatever she was doing last night though, that place reeked this morning. I don't know if she's like
I wasn't
Reeked.
there.
Sorry.
I wasn't there.
What did it smell like?
bad. Like she looks over at Moss like bad.
Like bad.
I didn't go into her
Like
room.
black tar, like horrible tar is what it smelled like. I don't know what she's into now.
Yeah.
But I mean, normally it would be fine. Like if but like she.
Can I roll to
Ugh.
see like history or something like that to see if I know what that would be?
I would say nature maybe. Yeah.
Nature's better.
I'm gonna.
You can roll Arcana if you want, Theodûir.
15 for nature.
15. Okay.
23 for Arcana.
Okay. Yeah. You know that their tar, as a description, and you guys would both know this, is occasionally used to describe the smells of like extraplanar creatures, particularly from some of the lower planes. So something like a devil or a demon or something like that might be described as having like a brimstone kind of a smell. It's odd because she's a tiefling and they sometimes are associated with smells like that too. So it doesn't seem inconceivable. It's not like, oh God, Satan, but you know what I mean? There's some connection between those things. But the fact that the tiefling is put off by it sort of is an indication to you that it's extremely strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her deal is. I assume she was here.
Okay. Let's go check out her room.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, bye.
Oh my God. And she'll we'll just walk away. No time for you. Great. Yeah. Do you guys want to go check out her room? Yeah. Perfect. You can weave your way through the school over to the dormitories. Jrmi, you've been here many times before. You can come inside. Obviously, it's a dorm, right? The 2 beds and the different dressers. But you can see that, like, drawn in chalk down the center of the room, there is a physical line between the 2 different sides. You know, this is not uncommon, Jrmi, that Larsamine is very protective of her stuff and doesn't like Val around. Yeah, Val's stuff is all there. You don't see anything out of place. It looks like her room. I don't know if she's fastidious or messy. I haven't really talked to her about it. But if you guys want to kind of search the area, you can give me perception or investigation checks.
I'll do investigation.
Cool.
I'll percept with advantage.
Yeah, get that eyeball out.
Blur.
Mod 20.
Nice.
Mod 21.
Cool. How'd you do, Jrmi?
Just a 4.
Okay. So even Jrmi notices the smell, that sort of like black, thick tar smell. All 3 of you guys can detect it. You realize, Moss, that it's coming from the bed, is where that smell is coming from. And it's Theodûir kind of examining it and moving things over and spending a little bit more time that finds like a smear of this very thick, viscous black substance that's kind of going from the top of the mattress down along the like sideboard and then disappearing underneath the bed. You can like smell it. I don't know if you want to touch it, but it's this like slimy goop that goes around the side.
I'm not gonna touch it.
I'll touch
it.
Okay. Moss.
Yeah, you can. It's you can pick it up. It's like you can push it, but it's almost sort of dried and crusty. It's kind of like it has the consistency of like Play-Doh, but it's black. And once you like crack the kind of congealed surface, you see more goop underneath. It's vile smelling and very liquidy, but.
You said it was from the top of the bed and it went on.
The top of the mattress goes down and like slurps underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be like, let's move the bed. Move the bed.
Why don't we just look under it? Why do I have to move it?
Okay, fine. And then I'll pull up the sheets and we'll look underneath it.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you can pull everything up. Yeah, it's not hard to see, but the slime, goes across the middle of the mattress, too. You saw, like, a bit of it. Goes underneath. And then kind of rings around. In the center of the space under the bed, there is this big, gaping circle of just sheer blackness. It's like gray stone because it's a dungeon. And then you can see written around the outside of it in, like, weird sort of chalk are these strange letters. These weird like, arcane glyphs. But it's this sheer black surface. It almost looks like that material, but just like in a pond. It's probably about 1.5 feet wide on either side. Big enough for like a person to go down. And there's this sudden moment of like, oh my God, what is that?
It's really hard to see. We should move the bed.
We should move the bed, shouldn't we?
Yes, okay, fine.
Jrmi, help me move the bed.
Okay. I'm helping.
No. Yeah, all 3 of you guys can shift it. It's a big stone bed, so it's like super heavy. Like, you can move it, but then there it is. Yeah, this black circle with these.
It's a stone bed?
Stone bed, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, hold up. Give me a second.
Oh, sure.
Speak with stone.
Cool. Yeah. What are you doing here?
We're looking for your friend?
You mean Valqwyn?
Yeah. Do you know what is all over you and where she went?
Something was drawn beneath me. Sorry, fucking voice.
Is it coughing?
Do you know who? Yeah. Okay, leave it alone.
Sorry.
Let it. Come on, I'm the druid.
You're right, I can't
Do
hear
you
that.
know what happened? Do you know who drew it?
No one on this side.
That sounds ominous. All right. Well, what do you want for midwinter?
Oh.
Thinks for a second. Boy, what would it want? It's a stone, or it's a stone bed.
Change these sheets for once.
Oh, that's gross. Okay.
Oh.
Even Moss thinks that's gross.
But I feel like, she's like a kid. Like, she's a sweaty, gross 15-year-old teenager. Like, it's slimy in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we gotta change the sheet. We'll do it when we get. We'll do it when we get back. Okay.
It's just that the adventure is just like you doing laundry. Like, you bring it to the laundry room and you find actually the stains on the sheet. Like, it's totally different than what you thought. Yeah, great. What do you want to do?
Whoa.
What did you find out?
Hold up. Someone drew something under the bed, but it also wasn't from this side, so.
1 second, everybody. Sort of, those are the children decorating for winter, midwinter outside.
Ambiance.
Yeah, so...
So
I don't want to go down there.
Something drew a bunch of pictures but not on this plane, so she got taken.
But, I don't know, okay.
Yeah, it's not very much fun.
You could do an Arcana check, Theodûir, if you want to try to examine the symbols.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Yup.
Another great roll.
Wow.
Can I do a history check to see if there's any correlation with this happening and midwinter?
Sure.
I actually got a 19 for Arcana. Just thought I'd roll. Yeah.
I got 21.
How'd you do, Theo? Okay, cool. And Jrmi?
13.
Okay. Jrmi, you don't really sense any particular confluence of the two events necessarily. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much of a connection as far as you can tell. The two of you, though, working together can detect basically what the symbols mean. It appears to be some sort of a portal of some kind. But the particular way it's drawn and the symbols used indicate that it probably leads to a place called the Shadowfell. The Shadowfell is basically the sort of dark version of the Feywild, which you would know, Theodûir, because that's where your mother is right now, or has been for some time. The Shadowfell is basically the Upside Down, is maybe the best way to describe it from Stranger Things. You guys have seen that? It's a sort of like alternate universe where everything is very like sort of dampened and gray and ashen. Like there are dark creatures that live there. A lot of necrotic magic flows from the Shadowfell. It isn't inherently evil, but it is unusual and off and kind of dark and shadowy. The name Shadowfell rings out to you as well, Jrmi, because you know that that's actually where Odo is at the present. He and the Many Hearts went on an expedition to the Shadowfell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it's kind of like an alternate reality.
Kind of. It's a different plane of existence, yeah. Like the Feywild is, where the Fey are from. A lot of like shadow creatures and necrotic magic comes from the Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
What's the summoning?
My mom is in the Shadowfell.
Your mom is in the Feywild.
Feywild, right.
Right. Yep.
Great.
But the Many Hearts, the Odo's adventuring company, the last time you heard, like the reason they weren't at the big carnival was because they've been adventuring the Shadowfell for a while.
All of them?
The three that are currently still members, yeah. Veldon's not with them anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I think this is a portal to the Shadowfell, right?
It seems like it. I don't know why.
Why would she want to go in there?
I don't know if she wanted to. I want to do a intelligence check or a history check on...
What are you trying to figure out?
Why someone would pull Val into the Shadowfell.
Yeah, I would say Arcana would make sense.
Okay.
Just because the Shadowfell is an inherently magical place.
Right.
So, yeah, Arcana makes sense to me.
Should we just go get her, or do we gotta go get, like, a teacher or
You guys
something?
are on fire. We are the teachers, Moss. We do not need teachers. 21 is my Arcana check.
21.
We are.
So you're not sure why. Like, you can't really speak to intentions, but you do know that a lot of the inhabitants of the Shadowfell are people who become trapped there, and then sort of get slowly over time kind of twisted and perverted into other creatures. Those creatures in general are called darklings, and they're sort of like kind of like fae, but from the other side of the coin, if that makes sense. They're sort of like fairies or whatever. So, and it's not uncommon for fae to steal children, to do, to replace them with changelings or to do unusual magical things to them. There's a lot of fairy tales about.
And you're saying, go ahead. Sorry.
There's a lot of fairy tales about fae stealing children away. So it's not inconceivable that a fae-like entity from the Shadowfell might want to do something similar.
Which is a darkling, is what you're saying.
A darkling is basically any creature that ends up on the Shadowfell and then it stays there long enough that they get kind of turned into one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, why would you? She's like not even a kid anymore.
That is, all the fairy tales are about like infants being stolen. It's unusual that it would be a child.
I suppose you're right, but it's the only thing I can think of.
Do you guys want to go in? I don't.
I do not. And then, like, the longer you've stood around it, the more you've seen that, like, though it looks still, it's kind of slowly twisting and roiling a little bit. And you can kind of hear this faint, like quietly coming out of the portal. Like, you couldn't hear it before, but only in like moments of quiet. There's like a faint magical hum.
God, you'd think her roommate would be all about this. Can I try dipping something in it?
Yeah, okay.
That's true, actually.
What are you gonna dip in there?
Hold up. Let's grab this.
Just stick your hand
I'm just gonna reach across into the other girl's, like, Latvia or whatever her name is.
Larsamine.
Moss calls her Latvia. Wait, we'll just throw Latvia's stuff in there.
It's Larsanine, that's her name.
Larsanine?
So, think about the name Marceline, and then move the L and the M.
Oh, no, I know what it is.
Larsamine.
I know what it is. Kevin knows.
Cool.
Well, we'll just take, I'll just grab
what's over there? She's a goth. What kind of stuff does she have?
She's definitely got a skull with a candle on it.
Take a cat.
100%.
Obviously skull with a candle on it. I'll probably reach for it and be like, wait a minute, she probably used this for, like, weird spells. So let's throw that in there.
Okay. You're just gonna drop it in?
Yeah.
Wait, stick it in and pull it back out.
I'm not gonna put my hand in there.
No.
So you drop it onto the top of it, and it kind of floats there for a second, and then it just gets swallowed and is gone. And there's a long moment, and then you hear kind of a like it hitting some kind of a bottom far below.
God. That sounds like a drop.
Do I see any rope nearby?
Rope? Probably not.
Is Val's pack in here? Is her adventuring pack in her room?
Oh, her adventuring gear would be here. Yes, then probably she has her rope.
Maybe tie it to the bed sheets or something.
No, can we, if we're gonna go in here, can we go get our actual clothes and things on and like our weapons?
You mean our adventuring
When we go back,
gear?
why don't we just go tell someone that? Oh, God, there's all that red tape where they gotta like go around.
What if they try and sweep it under the rug because it's a winter festival and they don't want anything to know?
Just trail off. As your theory makes less and less sense, you just get quieter and quieter.
Who's got the best stealth?
I just want to whine about something.
I can cast a spell on us for stealth.
But I want to get my crossbow.
Pass without trace.
That's right. Moss, why don't you just cast that pass without trace on us and we'll go get our clothes and then we'll come back. I think we have to go. Think about it this way. If we don't go and Val becomes a darkling, she will come and get us.
I want to go.
She'll
I
probably
just want to
come
get
back
my
for us.
weapon.
Val would definitely come back for us.
She would come back for us.
But not in a cool, like, hey, I'm coming back for you.
What are you trying to convince right now? I want to go. I just want to get my weapon.
Okay, right.
Well, let's just go. We'll just
You're
go
like,
and get our
as
stuff.
they're donning their weapons, we have to go, Joey. There's no choice.
There's no
right?
choice.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
All right, hold up. Let me go get my... I'll go get my backpack.
Yeah, we can just cut to you guys having your stuff if you want. If you want to roll stealth, you can. But if we don't want to get discovered, I feel like that's just going to be another hiccup. There's a lot of people moving around. No one's necessarily going to stop.
I
Where
don't
are you
think anyone's
going?
going to notice.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
You don't want to play that scene out.
I don't particularly want to play that scene.
Okay.
No. All right. Great. So you guys can. We'll cut the scene basically cuts back to you with all of your gear standing around this hole, like debating.
Moss
who's
literally
gonna
is
go
still in
in.
the poncho, just with his backpack now.
Cool. Yeah, you didn't put on any more clothes. You just have your backpack. Perfect.
And his hat. Sorry,
wear
the
a
hat too.
Were you not wearing your hat before?
I was always wearing the hat, but I forgot to mention it.
I like the idea that when you take it off, there's just a bald patch that, like, because that part of your head never sees the sun, it's just like stopped growing hair there, right? Like
completely bald with
Just
a very
bald.
patchy beard.
I like that I'd have like armor over my footy pajamas.
Yeah, it's like improvised for sure. I dig that. Are you wearing just your normal clothes, Theodûir? Did you get changed properly?
Oh, if we went back to get our clothes, I definitely.
You took forever.
Cool.
I
Come on.
Did his hair.
I took a shower. Yeah. I'm ready to go.
You got a really quick massage from Reg Malford before you went in,
You're
right? He's
starting
like,
to, like,
on your back.
All right.
And he locks him back in his closet.
Right before I go, I'm just gonna grab my clothes real quick and I'll be right back out. Okay. Great.
2.5 hours later.
You got a haircut.
Yeah.
You got a haircut. Okay, but the three of you are standing around in various states of undress or dress. And what do you want to do?
Okay. Well, we'll tie the rope to the bed. I'm sorry, bed. And then we're coming back for these sheets. But then we'll go in, we'll grab her, we'll bring her back, punish anyone who took her. Party blah
As you
blah.
do.
And let's do it.
Okay.
It'll be that simple.
Nothing complicated will happen.
You go first.
Who's going
Me?
first?
Yeah, you know the
I am a
Shadowfell.
glass cannon. You want
I'll
me
go
to?
first.
Cool. Jrmi, so you guys fasten the rope to the bed, right? And then you're gonna grab it and just like rappel down inside.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. When you touch the substance, it's this very thick, gooey, like film on the top. But then once you kind of like slide through that, then it's just open space, and it's completely, just utterly, impenetrably dark. But the rope just keeps descending and descending into darkness. So I assume you just climb down.
I don't like this.
Yeah, and then swallowed. Who goes next?
I'll go.
All right.
Cool. Same thing, right?
Oh God, it feels weird. It feels weird. And then
yeah, absolutely. And then Moss.
Moss is probably gonna be like about to get in, then he'll like grab like something to write with. It's like gone to save Val.
Yeah, there's a piece of
Be
chalk,
right
right
back.
That's
You know,
a
like
good idea,
just
yeah.
he just writes on the like the side of the bed. He's like, sorry,
on the stone.
and then
Yeah.
like just slides
Cool.
on in. And
Just in
Awesome.
case.
he's just like pretty standard, really. Just the feel.
Yeah, it's
like,
fine.
Just in case any one of these irresponsible teachers sees this notes
Yeah.
and tries to do anything about it.
I love that we've officially established in case one of these like horribly negligent professors. Yeah. Great. So you guys are going down the rope, and it's just utter, all-consuming blackness. There's no sound either. It's that like.
Shadowner, $4.
God damn it, Shadowner.
Shadowner.
So nice. So generous.
We don't need your money.
Except we'll take it though. We will take it. So you're going down the rope, and there's no sound and no like sight or anything. It's just sheer. You can feel. To give it to Jrmi.
Yeah, the brave.
Yeah.
He said.
Yeah, because you went first. Jrmi, you get down to the end of the rope. It's 50 feet, and then there's no more rope, and there's still darkness below you. What do you do?
Probably start hearing the.
Can
And you're
Jrmi?
in. You can't talk. I mean, you can talk, but there's no sound in here.
Oh. Okay. Maybe I take one of my little like Gygax coins, and can I cast light on it
Mm-hmm.
and drop it?
You cannot cast light on it
Okay. Well, I'll
because
just...
light, I believe, has a verbal component.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
so we literally no sound is happening here. Oh, okay.
So if I drop
I
it,
didn't
I
know
won't
that.
know if it lands or something. If it hits something, I won't hear it. So I can't tell them that. Oh, I could. I could message them.
I mean, you might. When you dropped the skull, you heard it. But where
true.
you are right now, there's no sound.
So maybe it's just that's meta. I'll shut up.
Oh, you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a little slow there.
Hey guys, you still there?
Yeah.
You come back. Let me leave and come back.
Should we take a break?
Okay.
Maybe. No.
Well.
He's got those plans. out.
Double of us. Just gonna hide that.
Oh.
Who's there?
Oh.
No, I don't have feather.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Hello.
Hey.
Is that better?
So much better.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome. So, yes, you cannot hear any sound, but you do remember when you dropped the skull, you heard it hit something. So, what that means necessarily is up to you. But.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna send a message to who's above me?
Me.
You? Okay.
You wouldn't know that, though, necessarily.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay. Because I can only send a message to one person at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
We're gonna check and make sure message doesn't have a verbal component as well.
Oh, sure.
It might.
Shadowrunner, who's gonna find it first?
He probably just knows it because
Probably does just know it.
that's his steez, right? He just knows everything.
Yes. Yes, it has a verbal component.
Verbal. Sorry.
Is verbal or is that?
Yes, it does.
Is that verbal or somatic? Is
I'm
what are
guessing
the three?
all my
Sorry.
spells are probably verbal, too.
Somatic is motion. Good.
What is M on here? I don't even know.
M is material.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So is
Okay, well, I've already died.
So if you don't have, yeah, that's fair.
you're not gonna
So what are you gonna do?
If I've already
Jrmi?
died, then I don't really care. I'll just...
You're just gonna let go?
Yeah.
Cool. So Jrmi lets go, like that, and then you have this sense of like you lose sense on the rope, but you don't really know if you're falling. You kind of feel it in your body, but you or audio confirmation. But then not out again, and you smash into something on the ground.
Cool.
It's very soft, whatever you hit, so you don't take any damage, but you kind of like reassess your surroundings. What does the rest of the group do, though? You guys probably feel the rope kind of shake a little bit as Jrmi lets go, but you don't really know what happened.
Right.
You can't hear her.
Well, I'm gonna keep going until I reach the end of the rope as well.
Yeah, you get to the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I probably kind of conclude sort of the same. Like I just let go.
You'll
Okay.
probably my butt's getting close to your face.
Yeah, Moss is coming down.
I'm thinking that like we have no choice. I can't go back up.
Right.
Jrmi dropped, I'm sure. So I'm dropping. Here we
Cool.
go. Yeah.
Boom. And then if Moss, if you're right above him, you would feel the action of him letting go.
Yeah, I guess I would
I may
follow suit.
maybe I would try to communicate with you at first because I don't know that we can't necessarily talk. You know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
There'd be like the.
Uh-huh.
Where is she? But can't hear it. So there'd be that funny like muted conversation, and then I'd drop. Yeah. Or maybe I try to convince you to drop.
Yeah.
That's what my verbal
probably-
communication.
Yeah, right.
No, you first.
Ridiculous.
You drop.
If this was a cartoon, you guys would just be eyeballs. It
Yeah.
would just be a pair of eyeballs and just
I
darkness.
suppose. Yeah,
Right.
that's that dark. Yeah.
Great. So you guys all drop. You guys around? Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why
Yeah,
it's
it's
being
really
so bad.
laggy again. I don't know.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Is it laggy in the stream or?
We can hear you
That's-
okay, but your video's
yeah.
choppy.
I mean, I can leave and come back again. I'm not on the Wi-Fi or anything, so
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll try it.
None of my roommates are here, so like no one is on the internet. Oh no, you can see our horrible table. Nobody look.
Can they?
Yeah, in Timothy's window.
Oh, in Timothy's window.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
How
Our
embarrassing.
crick candy and oh my, we don't. These products are not sponsoring anything.
Oh,
No.
damn it. Oh.
Hello. Hello.
Timothy.
All of a sudden.
Should we take a break and I can restart Zoom?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Bye.
now, please?
Can we do that?
Oh yeah, I gotta switch my zoom. Ha.
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 Can we be back?
Behind the curtain. Here he is.
Got that one out of the way.
Good job.
Great. Welcome, everyone. We are back with Junior Adventurers League. When last we left our heroes, they were descending through a portal to the Shadowfell beneath Valqwyn's bed when they were supposed to be decorating for midwinter.
Cookies.
So,
Grandmother Winter won't find us here.
That snowberry pie that I was making.
That's true. That's very true.
That I made by myself.
That I all made.
That you alone made. When you guys come to, you are beneath sort of a sunless sky. The sky above is all kind of twisted clouds and very gray and ashen. Heap of what feels like refuse. It's very like shaggy. There's a huge cloud of dust that comes up, but it's very soft. You kind of look around and you're in some sort of a like scrap heap or junkyard or some of these big piles of refuse in every direction, but there's so much dust over everything. It's really hard to tell what it is. The air is very like stifling and close. And you have this sort of like, there's this muted delay when you act or you think something. It takes like a split second for your body to like respond. It's as though kind of reality has a little bit of a lag. Everything's sort of sluggish. Yeah. But you're on this like big sort of hill, kind of, that this big soft hill that you into. And there's this weird brown ragged grass around you.
Is the hill silent?
Did you hear that? Yes, you missed it. The internet you missed the brilliant joke from Kate. It's too bad.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah.
Now we can. Yeah.
Okay. How much of that did you get?
I think we got it all.
We got the brown grass, the refuse, dust.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I missed the joke then. It just did.
You just
decided to stop working.
Yeah. Right as you said, "What do you guys do?" is when you kind of. That's when the joke was said, and then that was it, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
What was the joke?
No.
It's better if you do it a second time
if it's
for
not...
everyone.
Great. Let's move on. What do you guys do?
I feel weird here.
Can we hear?
Yeah, you can hear. It's just kind of muted.
Okay.
Right?
It's like softened. Like, yeah.
Can I do a check for that
muffled.
like slime stuff and see if I see a trail?
Good
of
call.
It
Yeah. Make a perception wisdom perception.
You got it.
Can I see the rope?
You cannot see the rope.
Jeez.
But if you look up, you can see there's a black hole pit, like kind of poked in the sky, and it's just like hanging open there. It's probably about 60 feet above you in the sky.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, don't forget where we are, because that's our way out.
Oh. That up there.
Okay. How did you do, Jrmi?
10.
Yeah, you don't see anything, obviously. You can hear some stuff, though. Well, actually, no, you see something. So you are looking around on this weird hill, on this brownish-white grass, and you can see that there's, you find like a letter, like a musty, sort of folded up letter kind of sitting in the grass. And you go over to it, and you pick it up, and there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and they're all identical letters, like just like spilling down this hillside, hundreds of them. Yeah.
Huh. Can I read one?
Sure. Yeah, you can break the seal on it and pull it open. It's not addressed to anyone. It's just like an envelope. You break the seal and open it. In kind of like big font, as though it was sort of written by a child. It says, "It's tea time!" Exclamation point. "You're invited to the greatest tea party in the history of the known and unknown universes. Arrive promptly at the Dollhouse. Don't be late." And then in tiny text underneath that, it says, "Attendance is mandatory."
I shouldn't have opened it.
Well, now you gotta go.
Fuck.
Did you read it out loud?
Probably. Jrmi does everything.
Did Jrmi just say fuck? Fuck.
She's trying out new words from the afterlife.
She died.
Yeah.
Didn't care. Yeah,
it's true. You learn some nasty stuff in the afterlife.
Jesus.
Yeah, I do everything out loud, so I'm sure I read that out loud.
I don't speak demiplane, but I speak kitchen demiplane, so it's just
kitchen demiplane. Great. What's the plan?
Can
Anyone else want to make checks or do anything?
I do. I want to do a check. Can I do an Arcana check?
Oh, sure. What are you trying to learn?
I want to. Well, I want to see if I can kind of detect where if there's a slime trail around or something like that too. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think Arcana would be the skill for that? Because everything here is so radiant and magical. It's tough to.
Gotcha. Can I do an investigation maybe?
Investigation's great. What do you want to roll, Moss?
Perception.
Cool. Go for it.
I got a 12.
I got a mod 20.
Nice. So you see two things, Moss, and you make one big. You draw one big conclusion, Theodûir. Okay. Moss, you kind of walk around a little bit, and you can hear in one direction, on this hill, you can hear what sounds like somebody laughing, like a child laughing and kind of playing with toys. You hear like sort of like horsey neighing sound, and then you hear kind of giggling, but it's all echoed really strangely. It's like weirdly too loud, and it's coming from one direction in this sort of refuse heap. You also, as you're walking around, you see some of the ground, like this hill comes down, and then there's some like dirt where in the paths in between these big mountains of crap. And you see a set of tracks, Moss, that kind of move through the dirt. They appear to be the tracks made by an enormous bird. Like you see the like three toes in the front and then like a toe in behind, but it's super, super big, whatever this thing was. It just went through the dirt. You make a very important realization. You have a very important realization, Theo. You're kind of looking around, looking for any sign of this goop. And you're looking at this grass and you realize it's not grass. It doesn't have any, like it doesn't come down into dirt. It's like hair. And you're looking around and then you kind of turn to the side and sort of through the dusty haze, you can see like a giant head of some creature. It's got one like huge button for an eye and a nose and then these two ragged ears. You're standing on top of a giant, giant teddy bear, hundreds of feet long. And you're like right on its belly. And as you look around at the heaps of other refuse, you can see giant like kids' blocks. You're in some sort of weird like junkyard full of discarded children's toys. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So no one else has realized this. You're the only one who's like, you're like the camera's panning around as you realize like, oh God, it's that and that and that. Yeah. And you're like, all of the toys are massive. So either they're really big or you're extremely small.
Right. I'm thinking the latter.
I think there's like giant birds or something here. Because look at these tracks over there. It's like real big. Yeah. And also there's laughter that way.
That's not the only thing that's really big.
Uh-huh.
Look. Look everywhere.
Yeah, if he points this out, you guys can start to turn and see them as well. That like all the heaps of crap and refuse are all made from toys and children's things.
I don't like this place. Why the heck is Val here?
I don't know.
I don't like it here.
Well, it's got toys.
They're creepy though.
Do the letters kind of lead somewhere, or are they just all everywhere?
Yeah, they kind of spill down the side, and then you kind of see like a trail of them heading in between two of these heaps of refuse. If you go over in that direction, you can see that kind of through the mountains, there does appear to be like some sort of the steeple of a building kind of topped over on its side like that. It kind of looks like a house. Yeah. No, past the teddy bear.
It's past the teddy bear. Okay.
Yeah, way further. Like you would say like a mile away to you. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'll suggest that we maybe we follow the trail.
Okay.
I don't know where else to go otherwise.
There's the tracks and there's also the laughter.
Oh, I suppose.
Hey guys,
I didn't hear about that though. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I was telling you about the tracks and Theodûir, you never listened.
I wasn't. Did you say something? Sorry.
Yes, I did. There's giant birds and there's a weird laughter from like a baby or something like that.
Oh, the giant bird. Right. Laughter from a baby.
It's not a baby. It's a kid. I don't know.
If you guys all sit and quiet for a second, then you can hear it too, Theodûir. You can hear, kind of giggling and like someone kind of playing with toys. That's what it sounds like.
Is there kind of 3 different like ways to go? Or
basically, I mean, you can kind of wander wherever you want, but those are the 3 like leads you have.
Yeah.
And they all lead in different directions. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Where you guys want to go?
But I don't want to go by the laughter because it's creepy.
Maybe they've seen Val though.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to go to that party, to be honest.
I don't want to find the bird. Why is no one worried about the giant apex predator?
So then it sounds like we want to go to the laughter?
Like, each one of you doesn't want to go to one of the 3 spots.
It's true, yeah.
You can split the party. Everyone should go to one. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Chat, tell them they should split the party. Chat, you're on my side, right?
I thought you were saying Shadowner, but like Shad. Like, I
hey,
thought
Shad.
You were like,
hey, Shaddy.
Hey, Shad.
Like, pally with him, like, hey, Shad.
My name's Shad.
Tell him
Shad.
to split up party.
My name's Shad. My dad owns this
I
dealership.
went to death.
Shad.
Good lord.
Shad.
No, I don't
What's the
think
plan,
they should
guys?
You guys... Which way do we go?
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
the bird's out. The
Let's
bird
all,
sounds dangerous.
Let's all vote.
Okay, I
And then we'll
vote
see
not
what
the bird.
happens. We'll just see what happens after the vote. Let's just see what happens.
Well, my vote's not for the bird.
Well, you vote for what you want to go to, not
Well,
where you don't want to go.
Either of the other 2 sounds great.
You have to have one vote, Moss.
Okay, I choose...
Hello!
So you shout hello, and it echoes. It doesn't go as far as you want it to go, necessarily, because it's kind of muted.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a long pause, and then you hear kind of distantly, but, maybe 60 feet in one direction. Why?
I don't get it.
Does that sound like you?
Is that from the laughter? From the laughter?
Mm-mm. Different direction.
Look what you did.
It's effective every time. I get results.
It's your catchphrase, right? You actually legally contracted to say it once an episode, right? Like, you actually have to.
Yeah, my action figure,
right?
That's the only thing it says.
Right, yeah, everyone else has, like, several sayings. Obviously, you've heard of me, says Theodûir.
Obviously.
Moss just farts.
Yeah, yours is just all different fart sounds. Yeah.
It's a fart machine.
That's a fart machine.
Horrible. So, anyway, yes, you hear someone, why? In reply.
Who's there?
Can I do like a perception if I recognize
Sure.
the voice?
You say who's there?
Uh-huh.
Why?
I got an 11.
You don't recognize it. It kind of sounds like, but there is something weird about it. Like, it sounds like a child's voice, but it's like someone mimicking a child's voice. It doesn't actually sound like that.
I hate you guys. We just found the bird. All right, can I percept this?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Who's there?
Why?
I had a 13.
Yeah, you can kind of see, like, through the dust, there's a figure down one of the paths. Child size, kind of squat, a little round in the belly. Why?
Why?
Guys, look.
Why?
Guys, look.
I see it.
Why?
She's gonna keep doing this.
The voice will keep responding. Eventually, it starts to walk towards the teddy bear,
Jrmi.
like up towards you guys.
Look at.
And you see, it's got like the toddler waddle, right? You know how toddlers like don't walk super great. It kind of has that movement.
I told you it was a baby.
Look at it. I got it to come here.
It's
This
coming
is-
over you, Jrmi.
This is the worst place we've ever been.
The dust starts to thin as it like climbs up the side of the teddy bear towards you guys, and you can see that it's basically wearing one of those like toddler onesies, with the little like flap on the ass. But the face is not a baby's face. It's like the face of like an old person, all like wrinkled and horrible, and they have like a big, huge like dwarf nose, and they're kind of walking towards you. Why? And stands there, maybe about 15 feet away.
I regret it.
Look what you did.
Can I do a
Looking back
nature
and forth.
check on it?
Arcana.
I'll do one.
Thanks.
Oh, mod 20.
Nice.
18.
Well, the two of you guys talked about this before. This is definitely a darkling. This is a creature that got brought to the Shadowfell, possibly as a child, and then was slowly kind of twisted into whatever it is now.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Jeez
this is
Louise.
what we read about
Yes,
when
you're
we were
right.
studying.
You're right. We
This
have to
is-
go.
Why?
We have to go. Let's go right now. Let's go towards the bird.
Why?
Why?
Is it like right next to us?
It's 15 feet away. They can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. let's just keep walking and see.
Come
on. Come on. Let's go.
Why? It says as it starts to follow.
It's following.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, take it to the tea party and drop it off.
Drop
it off at the tea party. Away from the bird.
Let's feed it to the bird, maybe.
Oh my God.
No, we're not going near the bird.
What do you want to go towards the laughter?
I'd rather go away from the bird.
The laughter's another one of these, I bet.
Why?
You're cool.
What is your name?
God, stop it.
Why?
His name is Y. Its name is Y.
Okay, can I do a history check on Darklings?
Sure.
I want to learn, like, am I gonna communicate with this thing? Is it like, do you know what I mean? Like,
you can also roll an insight if you want as well.
Well, I'll do that because I got
Not one.
some antennas.
You do have antenna for insight. Yep.
Okay. I got a 17.
Yeah, your 2 rust monster antennas sprout from your head and kind of hang there. Yeah, so you know a little bit about Darklings, but you do get the sense that like the way that they work is that when they come to the Shadowfell, whatever kind of state they were in, whatever is in their sort of neuroses, they have a tendency to fixate on something, and they just do that forever. Being in the Shadowfell has this effect on you where you kind of forget most parts of your personality, and you kind of become like centered on your little like knack. Yeah. So you think that that's what this character is, that they've settled on saying why, and that's what they do. They don't know anything else. They don't know who they are. They don't know anything. They just say why.
So I probably won't get anything out of this.
You think it's very unlikely. Considering the state of the like decay on this creature's face, they've been here for a long
I do want to try. I want to try something just in case.
Sure.
Have you seen? I'll describe a tiefling. Have you seen a tiefling?
Why?
Why a tiefling?
Isn't that what Val is?
No,
Val's a half drow.
Oh right. Okay. I thought you said earlier in this episode that she's a tiefling, and so I got.
No, sorry, the roommate is a tiefling.
Oh, the roommate was a tiefling. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, no, she's a half drow. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So then
you would know that. You would describe.
Well, of course I would. Yeah. Sorry, I really got confused. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So I'll ask, have you seen a half drow?
Why?
So it's the same thing, basically, like same reaction.
All right, let's drop it off at the tea party.
This one will not help us.
Why?
I'm certain.
You're our best friend. Come on, we're taking to a party.
I'll whip out my pistol.
Why?
And I'll hold it to the. No, I'm just kidding.
The 9mm pistol that you have.
Yeah. This one is
now
no use
you
to
must
us.
choose. Yeah.
It's seen too much already. It knows too much already.
I love Theodûir's not canonical gun that he has. My favorite. Okay, what's the plan?
We'll take it to the tea party. We'll give it an invitation. Send it in.
Or we could just tell it to stay here. You stay here.
Why?
Way to go, Jrmi.
That's kind of funny.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. This is a nightmare zone.
If it follows us, we'll try to get into the party.
It looks around. Why?
Stay here.
Why?
You have a very important job.
Why?
To go to a tea party.
We're going to pick you up later for the tea party. It's very important.
Here's your invitation.
Why?
Because you are special.
Why?
Because you're so pretty.
Like
why?
Because
breaking my heart at the same time. Like,
because I don't have any time for this. No.
Yeah, what do you do? What does the party do?
I'll try to walk away, I guess.
Okay.
should we run?
Yeah, I'll run.
Look at this screen. This is the worst.
Where are
place.
you running to?
Hold up, guys.
There's nowhere to run.
Moss is just gonna just get on, and then I'm gonna Wonder Woman into a warhorse.
Okay.
So now there's a giant horse.
Cool. Yeah. You guys want to climb on the horse?
Yeah, I'll jump on for sure.
You just like assume you have this awesome move. Yeah, I backflip onto it. Okay, so the two of you are on back of this horse. The horse has a tough time standing on the teddy bear, right? Like it's not very stable. But the kid's still there.
Okay, I thought the horse would be able to. I thought it was fine to move on, but I guess
you can move on. I'm just saying it just is weird. Like, it doesn't impede you. You're standing on a teddy bear.
Right.
Like, it's weird.
Well, a horse is gonna like look back at the kid and then trot off towards like the laughter. I guess
he will sort of follow you, but which way are you going?
Towards the
laughter. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you guys can move along that way, kind of through the weaving path. Eventually, the sound gets louder and louder, and again, it's got this weird kind of distorted echo to it. But you see rising up in front of you, maybe about 15 minutes after you leave the teddy bear, this big, massive wall that's all painted with like different kind of in this faded way, all these different like toys on it. You see like a Jack-in-the-Box, and you see like blocks and a little like cart. And you see the wall actually comes up, and it's a big box, and like is a lid that's kind of cracked open a little bit like that. It's maybe about 2-3 stories tall. It looks like a giant chest, like a huge toy chest. Wow. Probably about 20 feet high. And inside, you can hear that weird laughter coming out. What do you guys want to do?
I'll do a perception check to see if I can see any trace of Val or anything like that.
Go for it.
I'll look around as a horse.
I got a 12.
I don't know if you would still have your eye stock as a horse.
I think
because I feel like
we established.
Did we say that? Okay.
Yeah, we established that I am now like a weird horse with this creepy.
Like an Andalite eye stock. Yeah, great. Yeah. How'd you guys do in your perception?
12.
You don't see. I mean, everything is so slimy and dusty and gross here. It's like hard to tell what a trace of Val would look like.
I got an 18.
Yeah, you also don't see. You don't see any other like footprints in the area either. Like you guys feel like you're the only people that have been in this area for a long time. It's very thick with dust.
So we'd have to like climb up this thing to get in there?
Yeah, there's probably like a heap of garbage up next to it that you guys could climb up to get inside. It's not like just standing amid nothing. But yeah, you have to climb up to look inside of it. Yeah, it's too tall for where you are.
Moss, without warning, will now be Moss again.
Bonk! You guys hit the ground.
Fall on my ass, yeah.
Yeah. Great. What do you want to do?
Next time, just tell us and we'll get off.
No, it's funnier this way also. I think I messed up. This is a nightmare.
Well, should we see if they've seen Val?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can kind of scramble up the side of the mountain of stuff, big blocks and things like that. Somebody goes up like a train set to get up there. And then you like stop and you peer over the side. The entire space of the toy box, which is again 20 feet tall, probably about 20 feet wide, and then maybe like 60 or 80 feet long, is totally empty. There's no other toys in it. It's like the toy box has been emptied. But sitting on the ground in the middle of the toy box, you can see there's a small figure. They're sort of back to you, wearing like a big frilly dress. And they have like a bunch of toys kind of in a circle around them when they're playing with the toys. And that sound of the whatever the figure is laughing and playing is what's being distorted and echoed out of this big empty toy chest.
Wow. And so we can just see them as we peek over, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way down there?
Not without just like descending down, yeah.
I'm gonna shout I'm gonna shout at it.
Okay, what do you say?
It's a darkling, seemingly?
It's like it's a child-sized figure turned away from you, so you can't see their face, but that's like a reasonable assumption.
I'm gonna go with that and be like, hello?
No.
Oh, sorry, that's your line.
You're served with papers almost immediately. Like a lawyer appears and serves you a copyright infringement. No, but the figure turns, and yeah, you can see it's kind of a different style of face, but still very like crinkly and old, and like the big nose. Turns and looks. Oh, come play, come, and like gestures down to you. Like waves a toy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have any time to play right now. We are really in quite a big rush. Have you seen a half drow coming?
Go away. Here? She turns.
Did someone else play with you recently?
No one played with me.
That's.
Do you want to come with us on an adventure?
Oh,
no.
Jrmi, what do you?
Why not?
Do you want to
takes all of her toys? No.
Do you want to come and play with us?
No, I'm in my castle. You have to come to my castle if you want to play with me.
Okay, well, we're gonna go be in our castle then.
Fine, my castle's even better. And you see as she turns around and points at you angrily, Jrmi, she's holding in her hand a stuffed unicorn. It looks exactly like your stuffed unicorn, the old one that you had as a child. It's my toys, and you can't play with them.
Wait.
She like, turns away from you.
I don't know if this one will help us.
No, she's not gonna help.
Guys, she's got my unicorn.
What?
It's not your unicorn, it's her unicorn. Why would you...
Where's my unicorn for when I was a little kid? She's got it.
What?
Perception checks, Moss and Theodûir.
Mod 20.
Nice.
I got 18.
Cool. So you looking down at that, you can't see it because she kind of like buried it against her chest and she's turned away from you. But in the kind of spread of other toys, you can see your ratted out old blanket, Theodûir. And Moss, we didn't actually determine what kind of toy it was. I was imagining like a little dwarf soldier or something. Like, what do you think?
It was probably, it was probably like, honestly, I was thinking it was going to be like a pickaxe, but like a kid's pickaxe.
Oh, that's cool. I mean? Yeah, a little toy pickaxe.
Yeah, a little toy pickaxe that they got.
You can see both of those are there too. That she's not currently playing with them, but they're both sitting there.
Oh my gosh, she's right. Look at that. They never let me play with that.
That's my blanket. That's my blankie.
That's my blankie, you say very seriously.
They never let me play with it.
How did she get my blanket?
I don't know how she got that.
This is absurd.
Well, she has a little unicorn, and then the pickaxe comes. It's like trying to hit the unicorn, and the unicorn's like dodging out of the way.
Pickaxe is not for playing.
It's mine!
Where did you get those?
Yeah.
They're mine.
That's not what I asked you. Where did you get those, young lady? Don't make me come down there. I'll tell your mommy and daddy.
Do you want to come down and play?
Maybe. Will you play nice?
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna do an insight check on that.
Motive.
I
got a 15.
Oh, I
19.
am not very good.
But
I rolled.
Yeah, you have advantage. Don't forget, Theodûir.
I know.
Insight,
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Okay.
21.
Wow, you're killing it today, Moss.
21.
Yeah, so she doesn't seem like super on the level in the sense of like, obviously she's not really a child.
Right.
So like she's playing, but that seems like a weird psychotic behavior that she's fixated on. As to whether or not she's harmful, you don't think so, but you do think that she, the reason she's playing isn't necessarily like to get enjoyment out of it. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Do I think with my insight, could I tell if she can help us or not? Would she be able to?
You think she probably might be able to?
She might have some information. Okay.
She's more responsive than
right.
She
can form sentences, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, okay.
Yep.
I don't trust this girl, but I want my pickaxe back.
I don't want to murder another small girl-like figure, guys.
You want to murder another small girl?
You want to? You monster!
No.
That isn't Jrmi. My God.
You're disgusting.
You have changed since
You know what I
back.
said. You heard me correctly.
All right, let's go. We better go get this over with before Jrmi decides to
Now that I
murder.
perfectly understand your motives, let's go. Yeah, if you guys want, you can use your rope maybe to descend down. You have some more, right? Presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
cool.
secure it securely to somewhere.
Whatever is around, yeah. Maybe there's like a toy soldier with like a halberd that you can tie it to, and you can come down. Great, yeah, big wide expanse of this toy chest. She's sitting over there. When you guys come down, she'll sort of like excitedly run over and say, "Okay, I have a toy. You can play with this, and you can play with this, and you can play with this." Okay, and then she'll turn around and go back to her toys. And the toys that she hands you are like, there's like a doll without a head. There's like a broken old like wooden dragon and a couple of dumb like crappy broken toys. And then she goes back, way shittier than the toys she has. And she goes over to her toys and starts to play with them.
I feel like we got the worst part.
Thank you. That was so very nice of you.
Yeah, of course. You should come play with me.
Okay.
You're right. We should. I'll go over there and sit next to her.
Okay, great. She's playing with the unicorn and the pickaxe. She like has the blanket like wrapped around her. She's playing with that.
Can I do like a performance check to play?
Yeah, sure. Convincingly.
Fake play.
Yeah.
Like, what's the goal here? The goal is to, like...
To play well enough that we get to use the cool toys and she maybe doesn't hate us as much.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could use like performance as a route to like persuasion, basically, right? That you're using it to like play into it and play along.
So that kind of.
Okay, cool. Yeah, how'd you do?
You come here often?
What's your
Gotta
sign?
pick her up.
22.
Yeah, cool. So whatever you're playing with, whatever one of these broken toys, she will like frequently with the pickaxe like knock it out of your hand and laugh at you. But you with your high performance, you play into it.
You
right? Like
got me.
I got you.
That's so great.
Yeah, but she seems to kind of warm up to you that you're willing to play along. What are the other two characters doing during this?
Moss is jealously looking onto that pickaxe. It's like, it's my pickaxe. I never got to play with it.
Yeah, but she's got it, right? Pickaxe, unicorn, blanky.
I'll do a persuasion check.
Sure. What are you going to say?
I got a 19. And I'm just going to kind of feed into this headless doll is so much fun.
I know, isn't it? And you are the bad ones. I am the good guy, and you're the bad guy. Okay, so you have the bad, scary doll, and I have the unicorn. She like charges at you, and then does the little kid thing where like they just beat the crap out of it with the other toy,
like hitting my hand really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, you beat me! I am so destroyed.
I beat you.
Roll 3d6 for damage.
3d12, but yeah.
Sphere of annihilation on your hands.
She sort of plays with you, Theodûir, and seems to be enjoying it. But she keeps like looking over at Moss, like Moss hasn't played yet. What's going on? Like, is this guy dangerous? What's the deal?
Moss. What?
You're gonna play with her.
I don't want to.
Do it.
What?
Do it. Do it now.
Do it.
What was left?
It's for your friend.
I don't know. There's like a little toy dragon. Yeah, the like
dragon.
broken ass dragon. Yeah. Yeah, maybe some kind of charisma based check to like.
Oh yeah, let's use the
performance, persuasion,
my delicious
deception.
charisma. It doesn't. I get a -2 on all of them. So
of course you do.
Let's see how bad I do and go from there.
Yeah, right. Is that a 20?
It's a 2.
Oh, of course.
But a -2,
so 0.
So 0.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Moss
how do you
picks
try?
up the toy and he's like, rawr. And immediately the toy just
breaks apart.
Oh.
You're not really playing. You broke it and now you're not playing.
Oh, okay. Can I have another one?
No, they're all broken now. These are my toys. You can't have them.
Can I try persuasion on her?
Sure. What do you say?
I got a 23.
Wow.
I'll say he's really new to playing. He never got to play when he was little, so he doesn't know how. Can you show him?
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
you can play with this, and she hands you the unicorn.
Oh, cool.
You see,
Moss is gonna grab it immediately. It's smudged.
Here's this beautiful white unicorn, and then just 2 dirty handprints on the side of it.
Mushrooms start growing out of it.
That's so great. That's so great.
You guys are really nice.
Yes, we haven't. You see, we've lost our friend that we play with all the time.
Oh no.
Yes,
Where-
we're trying to find her.
And
Where did she go?
And we like to share with each other.
Oh, yes. Oh, sharing. Oh. Oh, it is so fun to share.
Oh my God,
Look at
you
that.
wanna trade?
Wow. I get to enjoy this and you get to enjoy it equally. We all get to enjoy
And like,
it.
there's a freeze frame, and it's like, what kind of behavior are they exhibiting? Hoarding, sharing, right? Like, it's like an after-school special. It's Dora the Explorer. I don't know. But she seems like looking at you, like, what happened to your friend?
Well, she
came here, not here, but maybe here.
Do you want to trade?
What are you doing?
I've got whatever toy I've got, and I wanted to trade you.
And then we can't find her. She might have made new friends. like we're doing right now. But no, it's good. New friends are good.
Oh, I know what happened to her.
You do?
Did you see a girl with like?
You saw her half dressed.
Nope, she didn't see.
Was she naughty?
She sometimes can be a little feisty.
That's a question.
Define naughty.
Well, if you're naughty, the Banderhob gets you.
Can I do a history check on the Banderhob?
Yeah, you can do Arcana on the Banderhob.
Arcana.
18 Arcana.
16.
You're killing it today, Moss.
My 20.
That's great.
16.
Nice.
Arcana.
Cool. Yes, you have all easily heard stories of the Banderhob. The Banderhob is the creature that lives under the bed. It's the creature that grabs you at night. It's believed to be like a giant frog, basically, that swallows you whole and then carries you away. If you're bad or you're naughty, the Banderhob gets you. For sure, Jrmi, you've heard this story. This is how your mother like reigns over kids that don't want to go to sleep, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Banderhob is her ally in that.
It's basically our prayer every night.
I wonder if I didn't believe in that up until
you probably don't know if it really exists. Like you've heard that story. It's very much like what parents tell kids. Yeah. But here you are in the Shadowfell, and this horrible like crone-faced child is telling you that the Banderhob took her, and suddenly the Banderhob does not seem so ridiculous anymore.
The Banderhob, like the real one?
He lives pretty close to here.
Where does he live?
Oh, you don't have to tell us.
You can just point the way.
But it sounds like somebody that doesn't tell us the truth is being bad.
Oh, that's true.
Banderhob won't get me.
Why not?
I'm not a little kid. Not anymore.
Oh my gosh.
This is really sad now.
Yeah, I don't say anything because it's kind of true.
Okay.
Well, listen here.
Well.
Do you want to hang on to your unicorn?
Sorry about the handprint.
I'm gonna kind of get a little close to the Darkling and almost try to put my arm around it and be like.
It feels very cold to the touch.
I bet it does. Is the blanket around its shoulders though?
And I knock her in the back of the head and take the blanket.
I take out my pistol and I.
You're gonna give me this blanket.
Yeah. No, but I'll try. I'll do a persuasion or something.
Okay.
And then oh, that's not a 9. That's a 6. Hang on here. Hang on. So I got an 11. And I'll say. We want to defeat the Banderhob. We want to. That is why Val came here. Mm-hmm. She came here to destroy the Banderhob. So things that happen, the dark things that happen, don't happen anymore. Yeah. Children don't get taken away.
Yeah.
So you can play forever.
What was your total?
11.
You don't go to the Banderhob. Banderhob goes to you.
Well,
it's that way. She points away, back the way you came.
Back the way we came? Okay.
That's the way to Banderhob?
It's that way. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Alright, that's... Okay, I'm going to stop talking.
As I lift my hand up, I'm going to try to... Can I try to sleight of hand that blanket?
Yeah, pull the blanket off.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. I got a mod 20.
Yeah, you pull it off of her.
There. Oh, you're right. Thank you so much. It was so fun playing.
Okay, thanks for playing. Bye. There's the pickaxe. It's like smashing the other toys with it.
Okay. Can I have the pickaxe?
No, it's mine.
No, I'm sharing. We remember.
No. You can roll a persuasion. I'll give you advantage if you want.
Advantage?
Yeah, because you talked to her about sharing.
Okay. That's true.
Okay, 13. It's not bad. It
was broken anyway. She throws it at you.
It always was.
Cool. Yeah, you have your pickaxe. Great. What do you guys want to do?
You're good for sharing. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Wait. Here. This is a rock.
Her a poisonous mushroom. Eat this.
This is from where I'm from.
Oh.
It sparkles and... Yeah, it sparkles.
She takes the geode out, right, and like looks at it, and it's all sparkly.
Yeah.
Then I think we cut from there. Where are you guys next? What's the next scene?
I would imagine we'd follow the letters, right? Because like
I just assumed we would just wake up. That would be.
Oh, everything's done. Val's back. So the way she pointed leads back both to the bear, the letters, and the bird feet. Like they're all in that direction. You guys like went west, and she pointed back east, which would lead to the other two ways. Therefore,
guys, I hate to say it, but I think the bird is the better off. Apex predator.
All right, let's go. Do we see the Y creature?
You don't immediately see them. No, they seem to have wandered off.
Okay.
Great. You want to go follow the bird prince?
Yeah.
why?
Great.
Why?
So you can follow them, and they kind of lead again through the junk heaps, and eventually they kind of terminate in this area. There's kind of a field of big blocks, right? Like the big toy blocks. They like B, and it shows a picture of a bear. And like leaning up against one of those blocks is another darkling, but this one is like dressed in sort of motley looking armor, got like kind of a knight's helmet that like comes down over their big nose, sort of seemingly male. He's got like a big lance by his side, and he's got a sword. He's kind of sitting there, but he's all bruised and beaten up. And he's like panting up against the block, like like he just did something. He was just in combat. Next to him, instead of a horse, he has this big, like bright fuzzy yellow chick that is wearing like barding like a night steed would wear, and has a little saddle. And it kind of like turns over to you guys. And to you guys, it's huge. Like it's maybe like 6, 7, 8 feet tall. It's this massive bird, and it just kind of looks over at you. And the knight kind of, it's okay, heroes, you must help me. Oh, what do you guys do?
Is that the apex predator that you were?
I thought it was a bird.
It like has this big thunderous cheep. Like this big, loud, cheap sound, like, oh, God! It looks big. It's the size of an axe beak, right? Like this huge chick.
What is this called? What is this creature called? Because Moss is definitely like, I'm turning into that.
It's a chick. It's a baby chicken.
Oh, it's just an 8-foot-tall baby chicken.
Yeah. You are very small. This is a very big creature, too. Yeah. So you can turn into a chick if you want.
It's less impressive now that I'm up close.
So you realize, wait, I'm tiny.
What seems to be the problem, adventurer?
Dragon. And he points up the hill. A great beast.
Okay.
But a terror to this land. We have to destroy it utterly. It has to be slain. Now, I am not strong enough. But you, heroes, together, we will slay this beast.
How long have you been fighting this dragon?
So long. As long as it's still a danger, then I still have strength. And he kind of like stands up, all his armor kind of clatters. He grabs his lance and starts to go struggle into the like seat of the chick as it's mount.
Well,
I don't. Has anyone else came through here?
Did somebody else help you already?
Why?
Well, we're just curious to see if we could find more help.
There's no time to sit and have this idle chat. That beast is dangerous. Will you come with me or not?
Can I do an insight check on this guy?
Yep.
Because I don't like it. Yeah, I got a 12.
You don't know if he's trustworthy or not. I mean, you pretty clearly pick up on the fact that this dragon is the fixation of his, right? Yeah. Whatever he was in the material plane, now he's decided his duty is to slay this dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, can I do a perception check, to see if is there a dragon? Like, I don't
sure.
know. I got a,
I got a 19 perception.
I got a 4, so I have no idea.
So it's very difficult to see long distances in here because of all the dust, but Moss, you can hear this sort of like groaning sound. It doesn't quite sound like a dragon, but it is a big, booming, grinding noise. I don't know what you're giggling about over there, dude.
I don't know. I want to follow this guy. That's meta.
Oh, I know. Sure, I see. I put it together.
All right. Let's just go and slay this dragon, I guess.
Well,
What a ringing endorsement for Dungeons and Dragons in general. Let's just go slay this dragon, I guess.
I don't like being here. This place is a nightmare zone.
Nightmare
Three
zone.
malls, but we have to find Val.
Well, we killed...
Traveler. Sorry.
Yes.
If we help you with this dragon, will you tell us something?
Of course.
Will you help
We'll be
us?
mighty heroes.
Will you help us?
We will. We will help. I will help you.
They will help.
As long
I
as
want
we
to
defeat
know
this
the
beast.
information before we help you, though.
No, that doesn't make any sense. It's not a
What? Are you a coward? Are you a craven man?
I'm no craven.
Well, then join me in battle.
Okay.
How dare you call me a craven? In front of my...
The chick turns and ahs at you.
Okay.
Tally
go.
ho.
Yeah, and he like kick, and the chick goes like running off up the hill. Do you guys go with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You're like trying to follow behind, right? He goes up this long hill of all these blocks and crap. And as you start to crest the top of this hill, you can see that rising up from behind the hill is this huge green dragon head. Massive compared to you guys. Like, you know how big dragons are, but this is beyond the size of dragons. It keeps rearing all the way back and up, and you can see its big claws rearing back like this. And he goes, there it is, charge! And he like goes galloping towards it on his tiny little chick up against this big dragon with its claws. It hangs there for a second and then comes back down towards him. I need dexterity saves from all of you guys as this thing is swinging towards you.
Rocking chair.
16.
Well,
I'm gonna get fucking hit. I got a 7.
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody but Moss then gets slammed. 11 bludgeoning damage. As they come down and like Prometheus, you think, God, why don't they just run to the side? But one of the two of you guys, everybody but Moss, gets like flattened by these huge dragon paws. You're kind of crushed for a second. And the knight is like, ah! Crushed as well. And then it rears back again like that. And you're kind of lying there all blackened and bruised. And the chick is like crumpled and its little legs kicking. Retreat! He kind of shouts. And like the chick woundedly goes limping away. Give me a perception check on this dragon.
Uh-oh.
11.
11.
19.
Great. Jrmi, you're the only one who seems to put it together as it rocks back. It appears to be basically a gigantic rocking horse.
Yeah.
It just kind of keeps going back and forth. And as you see it like cresting, it's going to come back down again. Right. So you guys probably need to move before you get smushed.
Right.
Move to the side. It's not going to go. It's just one. It's a rock.
The knight is just like back down the hill, like all beaten and horrible.
Going in a
The chick
straight
is,
line.
Like, limping. Yeah,
Just
straight down
yeah.
and back up.
Serpentine.
Great. What do you guys do?
I will try to move out of the way.
Okay.
Going
yeah.
sideways.
Not that hard. You can see it. When a bunch of dust comes up.
Traveler! Traveler! Come here.
He's gone.
He's gone?
He went down the hill,
Went
back
down
to
the
his
hill.
hiding spot. Yeah.
That's...
Can you set it on fire and let's go find this guy?
Yeah.
Gladly.
Sure. Yeah. You throw a flame at it. Great. Yeah. Maybe it catches one of the like rains and starts to burn. It looks like it will take a while, but it does catch on fire. It's very dry wood, so it starts to kind of smolder.
Oh boy.
I'll sling a couple more just to be certain. Just...
Yeah. Cool. So there's like a raging fire going up the neck of this thing, but it doesn't obviously seem to notice. It's just a giant rocking horse going back and forth. But it is black and smoking now.
Great.
Yeah. What do you do?
We did it.
I'll take a picture of it as proof, and then let's go find this guy.
Selfie of you like slew a dragon. Hashtag adventurer. Right. Great. Hashtag dungeons and. Yeah, cool. So you guys can head back down the hill, and you can see him like, like all bruised and blackened again, leaning up against the block.
Make up a story about how we killed it with fire.
Okay.
A valiant stand. The beast is too strong.
The beast is slain, traveler.
What?
See for yourself. It
What?
drives
Like-
ablaze.
It climbs up the side of the block. You did it. It burns! It burns! Ah! And he like cheers. And the chick is like cawing and flapping his little wings. I can't tell you what I owe you. I can't tell you.
I can tell you.
We've got a good idea of what you owe us.
Anything you wish, stranger. Anything.
We are looking for a half drow. She maybe have gone through here.
The Bandersnog or whatever.
The Banderhob.
Yeah.
Banderhob may have taken her.
Will you help us, brave knight?
I am no good against a Banderhob, but
Are you a craven man?
he kind of swallows this big like gulp. But I know where it dwells.
Okay.
I can tell you of its lair.
Can
Very
you take
well.
us there?
It's got big pointy teeth.
Not far indeed. If you want to make a persuasion to try to convince him, but he seems suddenly terrified.
Okay.
Of this thing.
15.
I got a 9, so
I got an 8.
I give him some backhanded compliment probably as I'm asking.
You're so brave.
Moss is just smiling like.
That's your smile.
He's just.
School picture.
Yeah.
We see every school picture of Moss has ever had. It's just horrible. You don't understand the concept. But he'll look at you, Jrmi. I can take you there. It is not far. The creature dwells in a boot.
Of course.
A great shoe. He seems very serious about it. Like that's like a scary place to him. Like a dark cave, right? Yeah. In a boot.
Okay.
It cuts to us and our faces are just deadpan. Like,
yeah. And then commercial. Like that's an act break for sure. But yeah, he agrees that he will lead you there if that's what you wish.
Yeah.
Cool. Please
Okay.
do.
I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want my nose.
We have
Swings up into the saddle of the chick, who kind of like limps away and starts to lead you there.
Moss, your nose would probably look like that eventually.
Oh yeah, but not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll weave through these paths again. And eventually kind of, you guys are walking along and you can start to see like the top of this boot that kind of sticks up out of the landscape. Like it looks like sort of an adventurer's boot, like a big, massive thing. And he'll be hopping along, and then as you're kind of rounding a corner, you see sitting on like a little, some other little toy. I'm not sure what exactly it would be. Maybe another one of these blocks. There is a jar. It's maybe about this big, and it's round and ceramic. And there's a sign on it that says "Take one." He doesn't seem to notice it or care. He kind of just goes past. Cheep, 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 cheep. But you kind of see it as you walk around a corner towards it.
Do we recognize the handwriting?
You do not.
What is in the jar? I missed that. Sorry.
It's just a jar. It's closed, so you can't
Oh,
see.
so
It's ceramic and it has a
Can't even
lid,
see it.
but it just says "Take one."
I definitely Theodûir will not take one. He'll,
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't open that.
He'll maybe be like, I wonder what's in there.
I'm gonna take one.
Okay. Yeah. So Jrmi can go over and pop the top off.
Jrmi, no.
There might be cookies.
There's this beautiful smell of fresh baked cookies,
I told you.
and you see inside up to the top are tons of little chocolate chip cookies, probably about this big.
They smell pretty good.
They
I
do.
They smell delicious.
They do.
I'm gonna take one.
Cool. You gonna eat it?
Yeah.
What is it like,
Does
Jrmi?
the thing come alive and start chasing me down a hallway?
No. It's delicious. It's perfectly baked. Like, you know cookies, Jrmi. Your family makes cookies. These are one of the best cookies you've ever had. As you're eating it, you gain 5 temporary hit points from eating this cookie.
What the?
How was it, Jrmi?
So it goes on top of your
Best
hit point reserve.
Thing I have ever had in my life.
And you are filled, not mechanically, but filled with the desire for another one.
Okay.
Was it
I kinda
good?
wanna eat one.
I need another one.
What?
I need another one. I gotta keep eating them.
Let me try one.
Yeah, I want
No.
to try
She
one.
seems okay. I'll try one.
Incredible, delicious, gooey, like perfectly gooey, right? Like the like cookie commercial good, right? You pull it apart and the chocolate is like strung between.
I just want one.
You
now
guys
in
each
real
get
life.
5 temporary hit points,
Guys, my character's story arc has been building up to this moment.
and you are filled with a desire for another one.
Fucking do it.
Because Moss will 100% grab a second one.
I feel like I got more hit points.
You eat it. You get 5 additional temporary hit points that stack with the first. Now you have 10 hit points.
Jesus Christ.
Well, does the jar say please take 1?
It says take 1.
I'm gonna grab like 5 more for the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you have a big stack of them.
Let's go!
Do you just eat them all?
Yeah, I think Moss says he just walks along like if we're gonna go. They're delicious cookies. They're fresh baked. They're not gonna be fresh for that much longer.
Great, yeah. 5 more hit points for each cookie that you eat. You're playing with fire. So if you eat 5 more, then you've eaten 7 total, and you'd have 35 more hit points.
Jeez Louise. That's twice my total hit points.
Mm-hmm.
These
what
cookies
about Jrmi and Theodûir?
are the best things
no, he doesn't take another one.
I've ever had in my whole life, and I never want to leave this place.
I'll have 3 total.
Okay. So you have 15 more hit points.
Okay.
Great. So you guys are walking along. You're kind of having this conversation. You turn and you realize the knight and the chick, gone.
Yeah.
Oh, cramp.
Oh.
You can still kind of see the boot, so you're not, you know which direction to go, but he is no longer leading you.
That son of a bitch.
Is what Theodûir says.
Oh.
What a craven.
He said he would lead us there. We destroyed that
slimy motherfucker.
that rat
great.
bastard.
That rat bastard.
Okay.
Like
So
as Moss is walking, he's like chocolate off his hands.
Totally. Yep.
Hey,
it's that good. You want every last crumb. You're picking the crumbs off your shirt. It's that good.
Cookies
right?
worth it.
My
I wish
poncho.
they were.
Back for the cookie.
No, we don't.
So as you keep walking, you round a corner. Moss and Jrmi, you kind of a bubble in your stomach. You feel your stomach kind of start to expand and expand. You look at your hands. Your hands are getting bigger and chubbier and chubbier. You just keep getting chubbier. It's basically a Willy Wonka situation, right? Your cheeks are kind of filling out, and you lose Jrmi. You lose a 15 point penalty to your speed, and you lose a -3 to your AC. You get just big and ponderous. You stop growing. Moss keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Moss, your speed is reduced to 5. You can only move 5 squares around, and you have a -7 to your AC.
Got those hit points though.
But you're just
those hit points, though.
Those hit points. Though.
Yeah, you have tons of hit points. You're super big, right? But you your arms don't even really come back down to your sides. Like they're kind of stuck up in this position. Like you're not meant to be this fat.
I couldn't possibly eat another bite.
Yeah, literally, you're the guy from Meaning of Life. Just
well.
You got
Theodûir's fine. Theodûir has no ill effects. He just has 5 extra hit points.
You dick.
I want to go back for another cookie.
And it would be kind of funny if I did have a couple more, and I was like, do you want one more? Anyone? Another cookie?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
No, I didn't do that.
Great. So you guys are kind of rounding the corner, heading over towards the boot. You can see it kind of looming up ahead of you now. Comes down, and you can see the toes of it. It is like a big, as I said, adventurer's boot.
Wait for me.
It takes us like 10 times as long. Yeah.
Wait for me.
Way longer. Back and forth.
Oh, Moss
like an anime character.
Moss is like just rolling. just.
I wonder
Or
what
like we're
if
pushing.
He, wild shaped like this. He would just be the fattest pony.
Just the
ever.
fattest.
The fat crocodile.
Yeah, it's
with those little feet
circle,
that can't. Yeah.
The circle. Animals.
And then
that.
legs.
Just a balloon animal.
But you guys are walking in that area, going incredibly slow, and suddenly the ground shakes around you. You see several of the mountains of stuff start to crumble. Something very large is approaching.
Don't believe me. Don't believe me.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Quickly, hide.
Sure. Stealth checks.
I'll try. I'll try to.
I need stealth checks with disadvantage from the 2 Chubzors.
The 2 Chubzords over there.
Actually, Jrmi, yours would cancel itself out, so just roll normally for secret reasons.
I got a 20. Mod 20.
Well.
Moss, I want you to roll 3 times and take the worst of those 3.
3 times, eh? I've only
You're
got.
just incomprehensibly huge. Like cartoon.
Well, I got a 2.
Okay, that's probably gonna be it.
Yep. I got it too.
Great. How'd you do, Theodûir?
I got a mod 20.
Great, you disappear.
You probably say like hide, and Moss just doesn't move.
And I just go behind you.
Am I not doing it?
You hide behind him.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Jrmi?
10.
10. Okay. So you don't get in a great spot, but when you stop moving, you go completely translucent.
All right.
And you feel your little thing vibrate in your pocket.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So no one bumps
Great.
into
You were kind of all hiding, except for Moss, who's just out in the middle of the road because he can't move. And kind of descending from the sky comes a huge boot. And it kind of shifts a little this way and shifts a little that way. It doesn't step on anyone, but it like kicks up all this dust. And then far, far above it, you can hear... There's like a long pause. From farther away in the distance. And the boot kind of keeps shifting. You can see this huge boot and this big leg. It's obviously like some sort of giant that is standing in front of you. And just... You can hear very removed and weird.
I can't move my head. What is it?
Yeah, you're like face plant like down. What are you gonna do?
Is the boot there?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the boot you're looking for. It's just a different boot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's come down out of nowhere, and it appears to be attached to a leg.
I'm gonna just try to. Well, can. No, I'm just gonna stay stealthy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're kind of hiding. There's sort of a pause, and then you see that one of the boots like kicks over the mountain of stuff that's near you, Theodûir. You manage to get out of the way, but like kicks through it, and a huge figure descends from the dusty cloud and starts to look through it, like rummaging around. But it's massive. Like even if it was a giant, it's way, way, way too big. This thing is 150 feet tall, maybe. And it's digging around, looking at things, holding them up. It basically just appears to be a gargantuan person, a la Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
You guys actually all recognize the figure, wearing a sort of glimmering armor that even in this dusty area is not tarnished. Handsome face, blonde hair, kind of, it's Odo. And he's looking around. You see him turn and shout something. But like, because he's so big, whatever he's saying is incomprehensible to you. Like, kind of stands back up and starts moving away.
Wait, can I send him a message?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is it?
What do you say?
Can't say anything.
Odo, come back. I'm tiny and by your foot.
The boot stops moving.
I'll move a little bit. So you see me?
I'll make a perception. You see this huge hand comes up out of the firmament of dust and like grabs you, Jrmi. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
Oh boy. 3.
Okay, you take 10 bludgeoning damage as this fist closes around you and hauls you up. You're like right up in front of his huge face.
Boy.
You can even see his like smile, his like winning smile, like right.
And all
But
we
it's,
saw,
you can't.
Did we just see like this hand come up basically and just take her?
And grab Jrmi and take
Like,
Jrmi.
did we know that it was
dust.
Odo?
Yeah.
Did we recognize that?
What's happening?
You recognized him. Yeah. You recognized him.
I can't see anything.
Joss is just panicked, face behind in the dust.
Hands and feet.
Yeah. What do you do?
Jrmi. Boy, can I message him again?
Sure.
I keep doing that. Okay, I'll just say like we are looking for Val. We ate some cookies. Moz and Theo are down there too.
And like far away, you can hear from somebody who replies.
I can't understand you.
Is what you messaged back, I assume, right?
Yeah.
You see him like reach his hand into his pocket and go rummaging around. Boy, what would it be? Actually, and that's where we're gonna take our break. We'll be back.
Hey-o.
I have to think of something really quick. Okay, I'll be back. 5 minutes, folks.
5 minutes.
Little weird episode. Super weird.
Wait, oops, wrong one. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah,
I still
bone swings are weird. I don't like them.
Swings, but I prefer bone in.
Yeah, of course.
Bonin.
I prefer boning too. Are we back?
Yep.
Hey everybody, we're talking about boning.
Of course.
We're playing Junior Adventurers League though, and Jrmi was just reunited with her gargantuan older brother, Odo. We are on the Shadowfell, and Odo just reached down to produce something off of his belt. You see he's still got you in his hand, Jrmi, and he pulls up this huge lantern next to you. Oh, that's maybe the size of like a bungalow. It's like a house to you. And he kind of like gestures it towards you. And you see the realization. He kind of looks around. And he like sets you back down and then like clangs the lantern down. Maybe like too close to you, Moss, right? Like it comes down.
What is that? What is that?
And he opens up his hand and lets you out. And you can hear him from up there. Probably like crunches back down again. So his huge face is like eclipsing the sun. He points to the lantern.
Can I do an intelligence check to try and figure out what he said?
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
Something about you kept the word home, and then he pointed to it.
Okay.
That'll take us home.
Seems like a portal of some kind. Just message him. Is it a portal home? Nod. Yes. Okay. All right. Cool.
Tell him.
I'm gonna message him and be like, we can't leave without Val. We don't know where she is. She's here somewhere. The bear.
He takes out like a sword and he starts to like write on the ground. It's this huge long message, right? Oh my god, it's going forever. But eventually you have to kind of be at a remove to see it. But when you find her, use this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Great. Well, that's really helpful.
Cool.
Okay.
What's going on? Did we find the cookies?
That's all Moss cares about.
We get to, when we find Val, we can use this lantern and go home.
He'll like reach down with his giant head and just try to like pat you, or his giant hand, and try to like pat you on the head, like.
My spine collapses.
You get proned, yeah, but you don't take any damage. And then it goes like it disappears into the distance.
Okay.
And that's a true hero.
Just this gargantuan man.
I can't handle another one of my friends having a crush on my brother Theodûir. Please.
Sorry.
Keep it together.
Who was that?
Moss, try to contain your crush on Odo a little bit, okay?
Who?
You know that you're the other friend. Hilarious. What do you want to do? What's the plan? You gonna roll Moss towards the boot?
God. Can I do some sort of like
Can I be dispelled?
medicine check on myself to see if there's anything I can do to like reverse?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
14.
You think probably the spell Lesser Restoration or Restoration would probably do it, but you do not have access to said spell.
You're right, I don't.
It is a higher level spell. Yep.
Can I do a perception check to try to find?
Yep. I mean, you can see it. It's right over there.
Oh, I can still see it. Okay.
You're reasonably close to it at this point.
Great. I would just suggest that we keep on moving then.
Yes, let's keep on moving.
Moss goes waddling.
All right, here we go.
Rolling him across the ground. Yeah, you guys can approach this huge boot. It's kind of like tilted to the side a little bit, and you can see that the like front of the toe is kind of ripped open, creating sort of like cave-like entrance. You can see that disappears into darkness, exactly like Thumbelina.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
All the references today. Love it.
You have light.
I do have light.
Can you cast light and throw it in there?
Yeah, can't run,
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Is there like a rock I can pick up and do that too?
Yeah, probably. Sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like what's like a kid toy that would be, but like you're so small that everything else would be huge, right? Like what's a more flavorful thing? Maybe it's like a button, like a big button.
Sure.
You have to like heave
I'll
in there.
frisbee a button in there.
Yeah. But it goes flying in, clink, 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 it kind of clatters, and there's a bunch of light. And then you hear a lot of like bustle of activity. The boot kind of like shakes back and forth. Give me perception checks to see if you can hear.
21.
Natural.
Great.
20.
Did you roll with advantage, Moss?
I did. Should I
roll again without advantage because it's just sound?
Nah. Mod 21.
Okay, great. Mod 21, you got a crit. Jrmi, you didn't do great.
Mod 20.
Oh, okay. You all did excellent. So you like very distinctly can hear each individual sound. You hear it kind of crash, and then you hear this big throaty like sound, and then you hear, "They're here! They're here! Quiet, everyone, quiet!" from inside. You got a crit, Theo. The voice is vaguely familiar.
He wasn't there.
Sure, he was.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, different voice then.
You think you know who it was?
I thought I knew who it was.
Oh, sure, funny. What do you want to do?
I guess. Well, you guys heard that though, right?
Everybody heard the whole thing. Yep.
Okay.
You're the only one that like
Recognizes the voice. Okay.
Who's that? Roll in there.
Let's proceed with caution. Can we like stealth in there maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once again, Moss will have triple disadvantage, and Jrmi will have her advantage and her disadvantage cancel each other out.
Here, Moss. Yeah. Me and Jrmi will sneak in first, and then you block the entrance with yourself.
a brilliant plan. Brilliant.
With yourself.
Yourself. Yeah, go ahead and give me stealth, the two of you, then, if he's not going to try to be quiet. I mean, you also just threw the button in there. Like, it's pretty clear.
They all know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my stealth is a 7.
23.
Okay. Great. So you go invisible when you don't move, right? So you're kind of like creeping along and are translucent, sneaking in. But yeah, it's pretty tough to enter. They're obviously looking and observing. You can, the light is kind of shining in. There are like windows in the side of the boot. There's a little bit of light coming in from other directions as well. But you can see that the interior, like the sole of the boot, has kind of been turned into this makeshift dwelling. You can see a bunch of like a weird looking desks have kind of been set up. There's like a spool of yarn and like pebbles and weird little things kind of all over the place. Up against one wall is like a big chalk slate that's kind of like leaning up against it. And there's all kinds of just crazy inane writing all over that chalk slate. Sitting at one of the desks, their back to you, is a very familiar figure. Dressed in her like nightgown, her pajamas or whatever, appears to be Val, but she's not facing you. She's looking towards the board, and standing at the board, like with a big kind of chunk of chalk in her hand, is a sort of haggard, purple-skinned looking figure with a pair of horns that come up out of her head and curl that way. She's wearing sort of like tattered professorial garb, and you two of you instantly recognize Professor Mothwing, the crazed warlock professor. And she's kind of standing there. Come, sit. You're late. She does the Theodûir. She doesn't see you, Jrmi.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
God.
And there's a figure who has the back to me, right?
Yeah. That you think that's Val. So you think Val's sitting at one of the desks.
I do think it's Val.
Yeah, you can tell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I guess I'll just listen, and I'll go ahead and proceed.
Come sit. Sit. The lesson's already begun!
Right. So sorry I'm late, Professor.
Good. Sit. And you can go and sit maybe near Val. You can see Val has like her paper out and is kind of staring forward, totally blank. You also see that her face is kind of creased with lines. Like it's not as bad as some of the darklings that you saw, but she can see like kind of crow's feet by her eyes and around her mouth and stuff. Like she looks weirdly too old.
She'll finally be old enough.
She's just staring forward, like ready to take down whatever the professor says next. Where's the rest of them?
Oh, they're running behind as well. They told us not to. They told me to tell you not to wait. We should just get started without them.
Deception check, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
21.
Liar! That's minus 5 points. It says right here. And she points her chalk up at the board at some like scrawled nonsense. No lying in class. -5. Minus 5 points. You went from an A to a B, Theodûir. Sit.
Theodûir shall
What's going on there?
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh, that must be Moss now. He must just be coming.
I'm coming in.
Get in here. You're late.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, and you like tuba your way inside. Sit! What are you doing? Wasting time.
I need a desk to accommodate me.
No complaining. Minus 5. A to a B. A to a B. Moss.
Pretty standard, really.
This is ableist behavior. Right, you go and find a place to plop yourself. Now, I was saying. She turns and just starts to babble, like just inane, nonsensical gibberish. Maybe it's spell components, maybe it's nothing. Val starts to like very studiously take everything down.
I'll try to she has her back turned to us basically.
The professor turns and like starts to do stuff on the chalkboard. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to nudge Val with my elbow.
Shh.
Can I do an insight check on Val?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do I get advantage still?
You do, dog.
God. Oh. Well, yeah. No, I got a 3.
Even with advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 4, and I get a -1.
She really, something about her really just disturbs you profoundly. That she's so paying attention and so like quiet. And back to her writing, like it just throws you off completely. You don't know what to do.
She's not. I don't think she's here.
Ask her about the axe competition.
Shh.
You there. I can't make that noise.
No talking! -5. You're at a C, Moss. A C! Goes back to her craziness.
Question.
No questions! -5. You're at a D. One more, Moss, and you fail.
Can I try sleep on her?
Sure.
Okay. I can't remember what it is. 5d8. Okay, hold on. Hip.
It's 5d8, baby.
Sure is. Yeah, baby. 21.
Not enough. But she knows it happened. Who's there? Casting spells is an automatic failure. Who are you? Where are you?
It was me. It was me.
You can make a deception if you want, Moss.
Oh, shit.
Give me another stealth, Jrmi, because you'd have to move and do stuff to cast a spell.
Sure. I got a 2.
Nice. Okay. Oh, liar! That's another 5 points. That's a failure, Moss. Do you know what happens to children who fail my course?
I can't be riding some rope.
Get rude. Well, you're about to find out. And she turns and looks. One corner of the boot has been kind of wreathed in shadow. And you see from that corner just a big, grotesque frog's face emerges. You see one eye and another eye and a huge mouth just kind of fringed with these teeth frogs don't have. This big black tongue comes out and like licks the side of it. And the Banderhob moves. Let's roll initiative.
I've shit my pants.
Gross.
15.
15? Okay,
17.
cool. Awesome. I need to get the Banderhob stats out. That would be helpful. 17. I think Banderhob's probably going to go first. Yeah. Anybody beat an 18?
No.
You fools. Okay. So Banderhob's going to go. He's got an 18. And then Jrmi 17. Mm-hmm. And then Theo, what do you have?
I got 11.
11. What'd you get, Moss?
15.
Okay, 15, and then Theo has 11. So the Banderhob goes first. It emerges out of the shadows, and you can see it's this big, bipedal, sort of pendulous-looking frog creature, mouthful of teeth, and a huge, fat, like, rotund belly. It steps
fatter
out.
Than me?
No, nothing is fatter than you. It comes out, and it just lashes its tongue across the room towards you, Moss, to try to strike you with it. 14 should hit. Because Because your AC is like 5, right?
I had 12 minus 7, so yeah.
Yeah, fair. All right, you need to make me a sorry, I won't tell you the DC. You need to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Nat 1.
Okay, great. So
just roll.
Yeah, you roll. He grabs you and pulls you across the room, and then you see him like, you're so massive, but somehow his mouth like gets big enough to swallow you. Like it makes no physical sense.
Jeez.
But he opens
This
up
is
his
a
mouth.
cool way to die.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
You take nearly max damage. You take 18 piercing damage, and you are swallowed.
Only 18?
18, yes. Oh, that's right. You have all the hit points in the world. But yeah, he whaps Moss, pulls Moss across the room, and swallows him entirely whole. However big he was, he also like sort of shrinks back down to fit inside the like maw of this creature. You can kind of see like in his throat sac, Moss's like arms and legs kicking.
Oh, sorry, I'm dispelled?
No, you're I mean, you're still the same proportions, but basically reality twists so that way you fit inside of it. Yeah.
One of those timey-wimey bullshit things, guys.
Absolutely.
Timey-wimey.
Yes, but you are in there, and now it's Jrmi's turn.
I would like to try Crown of Madness on the Professor.
Go for it.
So they need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
13.
They fail.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. So I'm gonna tell them to attack the frog.
Okay, so this works. On their turn, they have to take an action.
Yeah. It must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself.
And then it makes the save at the end of each round, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So she has the chalk in her hand that she's like sharpened to a dagger. On her turn, she's gonna run over and try to, like, you did it wrong! -5! She shouts at him and like, this looks crazy. But she does that on her turn, which is not yet. Okay. Jrmi, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
All hail Hypnotoad.
15.
Okay. Something about the board and like the things she's drawn there kind of starts to pull you in a little bit, but you manage to like, snap your eyes away and not look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. We are on to, that's going to be Moss. So Moss, you are inside of this thing. Well, technically you're like kind of in its mouth. It hasn't totally swallowed you yet. So you could still try to escape if you'd like. What do you want to do?
Escapes in action?
Yes.
Flaming Spear.
Cool. Yeah, cast Flaming Spear.
What? It's probably just like his head is inside, and it's all I can see is a throat, and he's just like... Hands is just like, take this, you stupid bro!
Totally. So it makes a dex save, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Even though, I mean, I don't know, I'm casting...
It rolled a 10. You can't cast it inside of him, but you can just cast it in his space. Yeah.
Oh, I want it in his throat. That's
you
less
can't,
cool now.
alas, you cannot cast spells inside of people.
Alright.
I cast Magic Missile up his penis, right? Like, why would you always be doing that if you could do that?
God. I'm sorry. That's too good.
That's the place they would always cast it if they could.
It fails on the save. It got a 10. So
right,
it's 2d6 fire damage.
I do believe it's 2d6 fire damage. Sorry, I'm
Roll
having
that fire.
I'm on the old school.
That's cool. I mean, we've casted enough at this point. I'm pretty sure we know how it works, right?
Yeah, I guess. I just want to make sure.
I mean, it's good to have.
We don't know how it works because it's 3d6.
Ooh, good catch.
I have to read them every time.
Oh, look out! That's 4 damage total so far, and 10 damage.
Okay, it's not bad.
On his penis.
Right on this frog penis. It makes this like horrible croaking sound as it gets blasted by fire. Okay, great. And then
I tell you what I'm saying, but no one even knows anymore.
No one. For sure. Theo, it is your turn. You're sitting in the desk next to Val.
I'm gonna just cast. Well, I'll stand up, get out of the desk, and cast Mirror Image.
Cool. Great. Give me a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Great. Oh, buddy. 15.
Cool. Similarly, something about the configuration of words and symbols on the board almost draws you in, but you shake it off.
Good.
Great. So then the Professor Mothwing will run over with her chalk dagger and try to stab the Vanderhob. Melee attacks are not her forte, but at least she's not doing other things. Oh, she hits. Sorry. She stabs the Vanderhob. Cool. It takes a little bit of damage, but it doesn't seem too badly hurt. And then she will make a save to try to snap out of it.
Timothy.
Oh, she rolls a natural 1. Yes.
I actually did lie. It is 2d6.
I told you.
I was looking at flame strike, not flaming sphere.
It seemed a little too much, but okay. So it would only would have been 6 then, right?
It would have been 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I will give it back 6.
Sorry.
So it just negated the damage she did. But yeah, she fails her save, so she's still crazed. Failure! Failure! She's like screaming and trying to stab Shaw. Great. Vanderhob's turn. So the Vanderhob will try to basically force you down its throat and into its belly, Moss. Oh yeah, baby, because you have no AC. So you take another 9 piercing damage as it. And you are plopped. You lose sight on everyone. You are now restrained inside the belly of the Vanderhob. You can feel that there are things in here with you, things that are kind of grabbing at you and pulling at you that don't make sense for the interior of a creature. Like they feel kind of vaguely hand-like, but they're not human hands. They're kind of tugging and pulling at you.
Do I have to make? I'm making concentration checks now.
Oh, you are. Yes. Give me a concentration check, please.
I don't.
It's your spellcasting modifier, so roll d20 plus 3, I think. Trying to beat like a.
Well, Flame Spear's done.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's either 10 or it's the amount of damage you took, whichever one's higher. So yeah, it fizzles out the flaming spear. Okay. Yes, you are swallowed.
Because you're swallowed.
All right, Jrmi, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's just gonna keep attacking him, I guess,
until she makes her save. Yeah.
Yar. So.
Similarly, you have the concentration thing though. If you try to cast another spell, because I'm pretty sure that's a concentration spell.
It is. Yeah. So I am going to try to. Well, can I see any part of Moss? Like, can I pull his feet or anything? No.
Totally swallowed.
Cool.
I screwed up.
Well,
you just got attacked, so it's not your fault.
Yeah.
I could have tried to escape. I thought the flaming. I didn't think this through.
I'm gonna hand crossbow him. Then.
Okay. You can still cast spells. They just can't be any concentration spells, right?
Here, use my pistol instead.
Get your Glock out of here.
It's extremely effective, just right through the head, like it's a real gun.
Okay, so pot of daggers.
Your favorite and least effective spell.
I think is not concentration.
No, shouldn't be.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that then in its current square.
Okay, cool. So that affects it on its turn, right?
Yeah, when it starts its turn. Or if it moves.
Gotcha. Let me just double check and make sure it's not concentration. It is concentration. Yep. So you can't do that.
All right.
I mean, you can. It would just get rid of
that crown of madness.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. What about? Ooh, Shatter seems like it's.
Yeah, Shatter shouldn't be. It's like a one-time thing that doesn't persist. Very rarely are concentration spells.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
Go for Shatter. Yep.
I want to erupt from its brain. And
I want to hit it right in the urethra.
Right in that.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'll say that Moss doesn't have to make it because he's shielded by the Vanderhob. Constitution?
Yes.
It doesn't do the best. Oh, it's got pretty good Constitution. It gets a 14.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's just my spell save DC, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Then it takes half, I think, right? From
it
Shadow?
does. What about the lady?
She's close. You can do that. I'll roll for her as well. She gets a 2, so she also fails.
Well, she fails. He succeeded. But okay, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it's 20 damage. So she takes 20. He takes 10.
Got it. Nice. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You do not have to make a saving throw this round because she was not adding new things to the chalkboard, so you are not currently distracted by it. Yes. While she's not working on it, it's basically a concentration thing. Okay, we are on to Moss. Moss, you're inside of there. You take... you take 6 points of necrotic damage, and you can feel that your body is being pulled at and twisted, and something is going on. Things are reaching into your mouth. It's bad. You cannot attempt to escape at this point, but you can attack the creature from the inside or cast spells or whatever. But you're no longer really being grappled in the traditional sense.
Explode it from the inside.
Yeah, maybe it'll puke you out.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, well, poison spray.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
He's got to make a Constitution 13. He made it.
He fails it. Nope, you got to
Yes. Yes.
D12, right?
Yeah, 3 poison damage for him.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just blasting with that.
Yeah.
But you can feel that there's like a timer. You don't think you have very long in here before whatever is going to happen to you happens to you. Okay, great. Perfect. That's that. And then we are on to Theodûir.
Great.
So you stood up and you cast mirror image, and you see Val kind of turns to you, shuts down, and like tries to get you to like
Great.
pay attention to.
I'll as a free action, can I just grab her notes and like throw them off the desk?
Yeah, sure.
And be like, "It's time to fight, Val."
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my attack if that's okay.
Great. She is outraged and like starts to get up, but she's not technically her turn. So go ahead and do your dirty.
Okay. Great. I will cast Scorching Ray at the Babadook. What is
the Banderhob?
The Banderhob.
I was really proud of you guys initially because when I said it, everyone was like, "Oh, the Banderhob!" Like you knew what it was already, and then successively as we played, you've each forgotten it, right? The Bander Snub, the Babadook, the Bingo Bongo,
the Boogeyman.
Yeah, the Boogeyman also works.
Yeah.
Nothing scarier than the Bingo Bongo.
The Bander Hodge.
The Banderhob.
Hob. Sorry.
Hob, 2 B's.
Hob. Banderhob.
Banderhob.
Okay, great. So it's 3 rays, so 3 attacks on this creature. God, Cody. So that first attack is... sorry, I've got so many things to look at. A 9.
Okay. No.
19.
Yes.
And 14.
No.
Okay, so I got 1 hit.
Cool. Blast him.
9 damage.
Okay. 9 fire.
Yeah.
He sort of reels back, but is unaffected. He doesn't even seem to be attacking the rest of you. He's just kind of cooking moss in his stomach is the vibe you get. Great. Cool. But you stood up and you did that.
Yeah.
And you do not need to make a save against the effect. Cool. Then we are on to Professor Mothwing. So she will continue to try to stab the Banderhob. She like misses him this time. I think maybe he like sticks a hand out and just grabs her wrist to stop her. He's not looking at her. He's just kind of like gurgling and holds her still. She will make a save against her Crown of Madness, and she succeeds. So it kind of like the act of him grabbing her wrist sort of dissipates it, and she turns back to the board and sees it with her chalk, like she's going to go back and start writing again. Val stands up and attempts to grapple you, Theodûir.
Oh, wow.
But she has to get through the mirror images, right?
Yeah. Oh, which one is it?
So she gets a 15.
But
I don't think that would even grapple. No, it's opposed. It's opposed.
So she
athletics.
missed. She missed.
Well, it's not.
Is it against my? Oh,
no.
Sorry.
So you need to make a
opposed athletics.
Opposed athletics. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And if she beats you here, she could still technically be grabbing the wrong one, right? We'll do it that way.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Athletics, you said, right? 6.
Okay, yeah. So she gets through that, but she might be grabbing the wrong one.
Gotcha. So now I'll figure out which one she's grabbing.
Yep.
Well,
what are you laughing about? I don't get it.
I just love it. He rolled an 8, and he's like, athletics, you're saying.
6.
Yeah.
Just the outcomes are funny.
Yeah.
6,
Yeah.
8, and 11.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. So I'm noticing the spell says attack. Is this considered an attack? Do you want to?
I'm gonna say it's it is, but it's a weird kind of attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So she grabbed the wrong one, basically.
Okay. Cool. That one disappears. And she sort of turns in anger towards the other three. And she just seems like furious, like you did this to me. It's very scary to see your friend in that.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Great. Like the Bander Hob is just cooking you, Mr. Moss. You're gonna take. Oh no, that's on your turn. So he just stands there. He doesn't do anything. And then Jrmi, it is your turn.
So he'll take damage then.
How come?
Because the daggers.
He didn't cast Cloud of Daggers. You cast Shatter.
You're right.
Because Cloud of Daggers was concentration.
Yep. So
but now is a great time to cast it because your kind of madness went away.
Sure. Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Does he make a save or something?
It's just on his.
Okay, but that's on your turn, so that's now, right?
Right.
Cool. So you like mime throwing a dagger, and it fills the space fills with daggers.
Yeah. So basically, when he starts his turn there, he'll take damage. Can I also move?
Where do you want to move to? You're kind of in the doorway right now.
Yeah, I want to move up to the board.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. So you move up to the board. I see what you're gonna do. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah. 12.
Okay, so as you get closer to the board, it makes sense. You get like kind of enthralled by it. On your next turn, you can either move or take an action, but you cannot do both. You have to choose. In 4th edition, this would be called dazed, but that's not a thing in 5th anymore. Yeah.
Am I at the board or am I just like close to it?
You're at the board.
Okay.
But this is next round, right? So when you get there, you're like something about the way this like beautiful mind style, the symbols like kind of twist and form new like patterns and stuff, and you're staring at it enthralled.
Sure.
Cool. That's you. Then we are on to Moss. Moss, you'll take a little bit more necrotic damage. You take 7 necrotic damage inside the creature.
I finally went below.
Oh no! Well, just think about that, right? Like if you hadn't eaten those cookies, you would be unconscious right now. So
if I hadn't eaten the cookies, I probably would have played this a little different. But I'm not gonna lie.
Great. So you are still inside. You cannot try to escape, but you can still attack or do something else if you have a different idea. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, that's a good question. That's not gonna help me. I'm thinking of what Moss would be thinking, and I don't know if it's anything more than about those cookies.
Right. But I feel like being grabbed by horrible necrotic stomach hands might be shaking you out of that. Yeah.
Being eaten has moved me away from the cookie lust.
Horrible necrotic stomach hands.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Don't forget, Jrmi, you have that nat 20, right?
Yep.
So, just saying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start flinging flames right into his gut.
Yeah.
Flinging flames, man.
Go for it.
Do I have to?
Is that it's a spell attack for you, right? Just roll the damage. Just roll the damage.
I was gonna say, if I have to attack, you're a dick. 7.
I do think technically that's how the rules work. But
technically, the rules work that way, but thematically,
you hurl some fire into its stomach. It kind of like gurgles around. You guys see like a little like red flare from inside of its belly. Great. And then we are on to Theo.
Nice. Cool. I'm gonna use Chromatic Orb on the creature, and I'm gonna use Twin Spell as well. So I'm gonna cast it twice to see if I can hit it.
Okay. What's the name of the creature, Cody?
The Baba Yaga.
No. The Bunder Hob.
Close. The Bander Hob.
Bander. Gosh.
Bander Hob.
Bander Hob.
I didn't make it up. It is a real D&D monster. But
yeah, I bet it is. Okay, great. Let's see how I do.
It's a real horrible.
First attack's a 10.
Monstrous.
Second attack is a 23.
23 will hit.
Nice. Okay. So that's... Is that 3d8? It is. There it is. Sorry, I got a lot of... 4... 5... only 8 damage. Didn't roll so high.
It'll take that, though.
Yeah. I'll choose... The element I choose is... cold.
It's immune to that. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. It is now bloodied. So you hurl that into it, and ice kind of crawls up its side, but it just stands there. Okay.
Can I say something to Val, maybe, too?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to say?
I want to say, Val, snap out of it. Party above all, Val. Party above all.
Cool. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please, against the chalkboard.
Okay. The chalkboard will not get me this time. I got a 16.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
you're fine.
think. Am I good?
Great. Yes, you are good. So, the Professor Mothwing will come over and just keep furiously writing on the board. She's just drawing terrible things. Great. Val's turn. She's going to try to grapple you again. Give me another athletics, Theo.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 15 this time.
She gets a 16.
Oh!
So give me, roll that.
I rolled a 14, so she grabbed the wrong one.
Cool.
So it's
getting increasingly more frustrated, right? There's two of you.
Uh-oh.
We don't have to keep doing this, Val.
Something
like that.
Great. And then we're back up to the top with the Bander Hob.
Yeah.
All right. Just stands there, chewing on you. Jrmi, it is your turn.
Cloud of daggers, bro.
Oh yeah, it does take the cloud of daggers damage.
It takes 8 damage.
Oh, that's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Great.
Cool. I would like to use my action to start trying to erase the board.
Cool. Yep, that's what I figured. So you can kind of like frantically erase and erase. She'll like shriek, ah! In terror. But I'll basically say what that does. It'll take 3 turns to totally erase the whole board with actions. But then on people's successive turns, the DC against that gets lower because there's less things to look at.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
you've scrubbed a bunch of it off. There's still 2 more thirds of the board, and she's on the far side, like looking at you.
It's like,
but
that's funny.
Yeah, but I still need you to make a save for next round, Jrmi. It's a little easier now because you can still be enthralled.
13.
That's enough. Yes, you can overcome for another round. And next round, you have full use of your thingamabobs. Great. We are on to Moss. So, Moss, bad news, buddy.
Am I dying?
You die. You take 12 necrotic damage. Okay. And you basically have the best way to put this, your soul stolen. This thing is reaching into your mouth and pulling something out, and you're kind of struggling and fighting and casting spells, and then
did I just get demented?
And you go limp. And then you guys see the Banderhob kind of, and then it's just this horrible, wet, black, like ichor comes pouring out of its mouth, and Moss hits the ground and rolls away. Still huge, still the full ridiculous size, but Moss, you are totally limp. And you're basically like completely subservient to whatever Mothwing wants you to do for the time being. It's not irreversible, but right now that's what's going on. So you spent like 3 rounds cooking in it, and now you've come out as a perfect student. Ding. So what do you want to do? Or what basically she compels you. You need to go sit down and start taking notes. Basically, right? You're behind in your class.
I'll move as close as I can with a 5 speed.
Cool. Yeah. So you like waddle over to the nearest desk.
Probably like I probably don't even why. I probably like look like a horrid slug, just
sliding across. Yeah, and there's like ribbons of this black ichor like coming from you and going back into the Banderhob's mouth. It turns its eyes over towards one eye at Jrmi and one eye over at Theodûir in that weird like chameleon way. Okay, cool. Then we are on to Theo.
Can I do like a insight check on Moss, I guess?
Yeah, I'll say as a bonus action. Sure.
Great. I thought I had another one.
I tell you what's going on, but I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Wait, did I get... No, I don't get advantage. Sorry. I rolled 2 dice for some reason.
On insight? Yeah, you get advantage on insight.
Oh, I do, you're right.
You have your...
Thing. Great. Yeah, 17 I got.
Okay, yeah. Is there something in particular you're trying to learn about him?
I want to see if there's like... Is he like Val now? I don't know. You know what I mean?
He's exactly like Val. You see him like wide-eyed going over to the desk, like as though he's like going to start taking or sliding over to the desk, I guess, as he's slugging his way there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb again.
Okay.
And I'm going to Twin Spell it again, and I'm going to attack the Banderhob.
You got it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, no. I think they're both misses. I got a 14 and a 10.
Yeah, they both miss.
Ah, bummer.
Blast against the wall. You see it like rolling its tongue around, trying to decide who it should eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Great. Then we are on to Professor Mothwing. She will run past you, Jrmi. As she does, she's just gonna try to like push you in like a grappling way, like out of the way. Give me an opposed strength, please. She's not great at it either, but
15.
Oh yeah, she gets a 21. So she runs past you and just like palms you to the ground. She rolled a 19.
She's not great at it.
She rolled a 19.
Easily.
She put a 19 on the die. And then she goes over and starts to like furiously right in the area that you filled in. She can't go fast enough to like instantly replace it, but if she spends long enough, she could fill the space back. You're like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think she then like points her finger towards Jrmi. This one. And the Bander Hop comes over towards you. Great. So
Cool.
then we're on to Val. Val is going to try to grab you again, Theodûir.
Okay.
Oof. Beat that.
I got a 16.
Yeah, you don't. So she comes at you again. She would get you, but we'll see if she grabs the right one.
Okay.
11, I think it is.
I just got to make sure it is 11 because that's what I rolled.
I'm pretty sure.
So, I must roll an 11 or higher, so she got the wrong one.
Oh, awesome. Ugh! There's just one left, and she's just red in the face, like furious. However, because she sees that the board is slowly being erased, so I'm going to give her a save. Oh, interesting. You see in her face for a second, Theodûir, like a flicker of like, where am I? What am I doing here? Like, it's almost as though it's weakening a little bit.
Okay,
Great.
Awesome.
Cool. Back at the top, we have the Bander Hob. It's gonna turn its ponderous bulk over to Jrmi and lash out with the tongue. All right.
Great.
Oof. Girl. If I had some candy, man. If only I had some candy. I'm killing it today. You
killing
take
us, actually.
I am. You take 9 necrotic damage. You are lashed.
Oof.
Can I get a strength saving throw, please?
Yeah.
With this big black tongue.
15.
Oh yeah, cool. You managed to stop it from pulling you in. So it's lashed you, and you're like, I don't know how you brace yourself, but it's trying to reel you back in.
Mothwing's ankles just.
That's cool. Yeah, grabbing onto her. Because you're prone, right? Like,
Yeah.
cool. But he's like, the Banner Hob is like trying to move backwards to like yank you into its mouth, but it cannot do it this round. Nice. Moss, so you are still ensorcelled. Oh, sorry, Jrmi, you need to make me another save. Oh no, that would be on Jeremy's turn, which is now. Sorry, I got confused. Jrmi, it's your turn.
Did that creature take Cloud of Daggers?
Oh, it didn't. Yeah, give me that damage.
Well, I have a question about that. I don't know if it would get it every time. It's duration up to 1 minute.
Okay.
But it's when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Yeah, it starts its turn there. So it would.
Okay.
But you just took damage from that tongue, so I need a concentration check for that.
Well, it started its turn.
It did, but this will determine whether it sticks around for next round.
Yeah.
Nat 1, so no.
Okay, so it goes away, but it will take the damage this time.
Nice.
Okay. So 11.
Okay, yeah, it'll take that. It's looking pretty hurt at this point.
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers are ripping into it, but then they go away as you get hit by the tongue. All right, so you're still prone. What do you want to do?
Well, crap. I guess if I'm still like holding on to Mothwing, right? Maybe.
Well, it lashed you with the tongue, and then it pulled the tongue back in, so it didn't work. You're not grabbed by the tongue. You could let go or do whatever you want. Yeah.
So can I stand up and keep trying to erase?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that I can use the 20 that I got from Shadow?
Oh, to do both sides? Yeah, I love that. Cool. Perfect. So you run up and you start to like wipe them.
Maybe like with the ichor that's on me or something. I'm like just smearing it.
No! And she just starts to freak the hell out. Okay, great. So the whole board is erased. No more need to make those saves. Beautiful. Moss, on your turn. Oh, what's up?
Sorry, Shadowrunner was like, halfling reroll, nat 1, but...
Oh, true. Yeah, go for it. Reroll it. You need the help, all the help you can get.
Nat 20.
Whoa! Awesome. So they're still there, still ripping them apart. Hey, Shadowrunner. All right, Moss, it is your turn. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saves. My favorite. I really hope I don't fuck this up. Yikes. 12.
Okay, so you are still sort of ensorcelled,
Right.
but you feel like that connection is kind of wavering. You're sort of confused as to where you're supposed to receive orders at this point. Yeah, it's tough because you're sort of catatonic. I don't know if you want to add some flavor or what do you think Moss is doing?
I think Moss is like spookily less charismatic than he usually is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like, and he's horrifically flat. He's got these just his lips and everything is just nasty.
Yeah,
so
is it like drool coming out? I'm picturing some drool.
Yeah, probably it's just like he looks like it, you know, with his eyes on the side.
Yeah.
Do you hear the circus, Georgie?
Horrible. Okay, cool. Nice work, Moss. We are on to Theodûir.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. I have one more second level spell. So I'm going to cast Mirror Image one more time.
Do it.
So there's a bunch of
Val is just furious. Like, ah!
I guess that's basically my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And then we are on to Mothwing. She will turn to you, Jrmi.
Me?
Uh-huh. 1 second.
Stabs you in the throat.
Takes the chalk and slits your throat.
Takes out her own 9mm pistol.
Then I pull out my gun.
Give me a...
What even?
some kind of a save. Hold on, I have to check the one. A wisdom saving throw, please.
4.
Okay, so you just erased it, and you like turn to her like, ha ha! And then she kind of like says some horrible thing, and black tentacles come up out of the ground and lash you with your hands and arms and legs, and you are basically held and cannot do anything. You can keep making that save on your turn, but you have she casts Hold Person on you.
Well, that's unfair.
Yeah, great. That's her, and then Val, in a fury, will just try to attack one of the Theodûirs. She gets a 2, so she doesn't even. I mean, roll an opposed strength. I guess it's technically possible. She rolled a 2. She gets a total of an 8. So.
Oh really?
She's strong.
Well, yeah. So I rolled a 5 and I get a -2, so I get a 3. So she definitely grab.
She would grab you. She's Val. She's super strong.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Nah, she's actually
totally,
a wizard.
Totally why I did it again. Yeah, I got a 16, so she grabbed the wrong one.
Okay, cool. Yep. I'll roll another save for her. Okay, cool. Again, you're seeing more and more of her personality come back, but it's not even like her personality. It's like the wide-eyedness kind of like breaks, and she's looking around and is confused, and then it comes back in. You think if she succeeds on one more save, her state will change in some way.
Okay.
Great. And then we are back up at the top with the Banderhob. So you are incapacitated, Jrmi. So it just basically crits you.
Cool. It still takes damage.
It does, yeah. How much damage does it take from the...
11.
Nice.
Ooh, it's still alive, but just barely. Yeah, you're paralyzed, so it is a hit. You will take...
You're gonna kill sniping, aren't you? You bitch.
You bet I will.
You bet I will. It comes over to you, and it's opposed to hitting with the tongue. It just like... You could like hear like the water in its stomach like slosh as it moves. Ooh. Oh, that's 17 piercing damage as it bites you.
I'm unconscious.
Ooh, great.
Holy
then
cow.
it tilts its head back.
Better.
And you disappear into its stomach. And you are unconscious.
I'm so excited for what this is going to do for your ego.
Here we go.
Just
So
Theodûir.
pumped.
Okay, go for it, Theo.
I'm scared. Cody's scared. Theodûir is
sorry,
probably scared as well.
It's Jrmi's turn, actually.
Oh, okay.
So you land inside. Give me a death saving throw, Jrmi.
You got it.
I'm glad I cast this mirror.
Cool. 8.
Cool, that's one failure.
Not again.
And when you are inside, you will take damage, which counts as another automatic failure. So you'll take, you would take 9 damage. It doesn't matter, but that's another failure. So now you have 2. Great. Theo, it's your turn.
My turn?
No, Moss's turn. Sorry, God, I keep skipping. Moss, go ahead and give me another save.
Oh, shit.
God, come on, guy. 10.
So you are like happily doing your schoolwork, I imagine,
I'm so
right?
mad at Heather.
I think he's still just like.
Oh, you're just catatonic.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
Because let's be real, does Moss know how to do schoolwork?
Somehow you've gotten this far. You're actually illiterate. You went through all of school never learning how to read.
Jesus.
Great. We're on to Theodûir.
Okay.
Val is trying to grapple you. Jrmi's swallowed. Professor Mothling is cackling in triumph.
It's up to me.
It's up to you.
Great. So I have 1 more sorcerer point because I've used 2 and I have 3 total. So I'm gonna use that to use twin spell on chromatic orb.
Okay.
1 more time.
Do
Try
it.
to double hit this motherfucker. Bander Hob.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I gotta re-roll that other one because it fell on the floor.
It always falls on the floor at the most dramatic moment.
The first one is a 20.
That'll do.
Second one
A mod 20.
is a mod 20. Yeah, the second one is a mod 15.
They will both hit.
Oh! Sorry. Is it what I think it is? Okay, great. Okay.
Is it what I think it is? It's a midwinter miracle.
Look how badass you are when I did all the work.
I did stuff.
First
Yeah, he
one.
hit it too.
You did stuff on the inside.
13.
On the inside.
And Theodûir hit it with a couple of chromatic orbs. 24, you said?
Shadowrunner,
I
2.
21 damage.
21 damage. Oh, yeah.
$2.
Just destroyed. How do you kill it?
Thank God.
Thanks,
So yeah, all the chaos is going around. The people are getting swallowed, and it's just like the sweat is like dripping down my face, and like
It's the eye of the tiger.
Yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
thrill
I
of
was
the
like-
fight.
I just like it's my last resort. Like 2 more chromatic orbs, and I'm just and they just fly. Yeah.
What type of damage is it?
I'll say it's fire this time. 'Cause I like
Okay,
fire.
yeah.
So 2 balls of fire just hurl at it.
I think one of them like gets it in its mouth and like blows that way, and the other one hits it in the stomach and like black ichor goes everywhere, and Jrmi's body comes sliding out like
Like a little Kittner boy.
unconscious, and it kind of it falls backwards, its froggy feet sticking up in the air. When it does that, the hole in its stomach starts to widen and get bigger, and you can see this big black horrible orb, this like void is opening. Things start to be pulled towards it, papers go flying, and you are all kind of inexorably drawn back towards the hole. Professor Mothwing is screaming, no! And it is now her turn. She'll make a strength saving throw to stop herself from being pulled in. Oh, she rolls a 5.
You're unconscious too.
So she goes flying towards the portal, like she's holding on to the slate maybe, and the slate like breaks, just and goes into the portal, and it's just slurped up like a piece of spaghetti, and it's gone. Great. Val's turn. Val will make her strength saving throw. Aha! Yes, Val gets a 16. So Val grabs onto like a piece of desk and is holding it, and just kind of looking at you with terror in her eyes, Theodûir. She doesn't like seem to recognize you, but just, oh God, I'm being pulled away. But she is okay. And then we are back up at the top with the Bannerhob, who's dead. So Jrmi, you got healed, right?
I did.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
1d12 plus 2, I believe, right?
Nice.
Thanks, Shadowrunner.
4.
Oh, damn.
So you have 4 hit points. You're covered in black ichor, and I do need a strength saving throw from you.
Would need a
Holy
strength
cow.
saving throw. Don't even. No. I get to reroll
So
that.
Oh,
Here comes that 20.
She used the 20.
9.
9. Okay, so you get pulled towards it. I'm gonna say the power of heroism basically means you are like braced against it. So you're being sucked inside, but you're not technically
Like
pulled
plugging
in
the
yet.
hole.
Yeah,
Power of heroism.
and you can see like black, horrible hands are coming out to grab at her clothing.
Like reaching
She's just-
behind.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Great. So someone goes and helps her.
I'm
Moss,
much
it's
too busy.
your turn, buddy. Make a saving throw
I've said
against
it all
the
already.
wisdom, and then a saving throw for strength.
17 wisdom.
Cool. So you kind of
I need everyone to know I get a +5.
Yeah, wow.
And I've been rolling so bad.
So Moss doesn't come back, but like Mothwing's hold on you starts to shatter. So you kind of like are confused for a second. You still need more successes to go back, but let's get a strength saving throw.
13?
Yeah, you're good. You can stop yourself from rolling. I mean, you're so huge.
I don't think I even move. It's just
Your like hat is flopping in that direction.
All the other desks without question are just flying in. My desk is stationary. Just
yeah. For once,
it's like sunken into the floor.
Yeah.
Like there's like little like
grooves
like
in the
pillars almost. Like
great. So Theo, it is your turn.
Okay,
that save.
All right, we'll try.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 0.
Baby
basically.
boy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I got a 2 and I get a -2, so I got them. Yeah.
Okay, so you go flying. You're gonna hit Jrmi, who's up against it. Jrmi, give me a dex save, please.
Jesus.
22.
Yes. So you brace, and now you're holding the pair of them. Theo's like pressed up against you as you're.
All the Theos are pressed up against.
Oh
me.
yeah. The one is still like on his phone as he's getting sucked in, right? Like,
yeah. Tweeting.
Horrible. Yeah.
It's my boy band nightmare.
It's like a selfie of like him with a black hole. Like,
well, the Underfell is really pretty.
Hashtag Ventures Live.
Yeah.
Great. So then the hole, which was there, will close and throw the two of you flat onto the ground.
Good. Like, I don't lose my butt in there.
It had one round of it, so we went through a
round. Thank God you saved that deck.
Was that a Sphere of Annihilation?
No, it was basically like a weird. Remember the last time you guys killed Mothwing? She went through a tiny hole, right?
Yeah.
She's like going deeper and deeper into the horrible planes of
yeah.
Oh God.
Just
so it was like ethereal plane before, and then it was the Shadowfell, and now it's whatever's below the Shadowfell,
Jesus.
right? Like
poor Mothwing, just trying to get out. Right.
Exactly. Steal more children. So
great. So what do you guys do? You are lying there. Moss is catatonic, and Val is kind of on the floor, like quivering, looking around.
Can I?
You're conscious though. You're fine.
Do I got 4 hit points? But yes.
Okay.
I'm around.
I'll go over to. You said Val was having the seizure a little bit.
She's not like, it's not a seizure, but she's just like confused and doesn't know where she is and is like looking around in panic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go up to her and try to like smack some sense into her a little bit. No, I won't really smack her, but I'll just kind of like I'll kind of. Val, are you there? Val, look at me. It's Theodûir.
Okay. Yeah, I would see persuasion. If it's like forceful, I could see intimidation too to try to snap.
It's not forceful.
No. Okay. And just persuasion.
Yeah, I rolled well. 24.
Cool. She kind of like calms down a little bit and looks at you, and then faints.
Good.
Okay. I'll check her pulse or something. I don't know.
Still alive. Yep.
Yeah.
Just passed out.
And
it's like ragdoll. Like it's almost as though there's nothing inside anymore, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
But she has a pulse?
Mm-hmm. Still alive.
Oh, okay.
Can I do healing word on Moss?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't really need it.
Oh, you're good.
I'm at 24. I'm still.
I'm all those big tubby ass hit points. Yeah.
I got my fatty hit points, and they were delicious.
Hey, never mind. I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself then.
Yeah, fair. What do you guys want to do?
I want to do like more insight checks. Are you yourself? Do you have your soul back?
I'm still hanging out. Do I make more checks? What do I do?
It's up to you. Yeah. Basically, the way I'll describe this to you is that you can make those checks, but all they will do is well, I don't know. At this point, if Mothwing is gone and the writing is gone and the Banderhob is dead, you are basically catatonic. Your soul has been taken from you and is gone. You can get it back, but you just don't have the resource to do that here, right? Like. Yeah,
but like we don't know that.
I wouldn't tell you.
He's just basically in this. He's basically in the same state as Val. He's just not unconscious. He's just like staring and still conscious, right? Yeah. No response, no nothing. His like soul's been sucked out, basically.
Well, let's get him in the lantern and get home because we can't help him here.
Can we like deduct that their souls are gone somehow? Like, can I?
You can make an Arcana.
Arcana, would that work? Okay.
Yep.
I just want to try to figure this out before we just like take them away, I guess. I got a 17.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you think that he's been like, it's not just his soul isn't destroyed, it's just like detached from him, right? Yeah. It's no longer there, it's somewhere else, and that you would have to cast probably greater restoration on him to get his soul to return. You were gonna have to cast on him anyway to reverse the bloated thing anyway, but this is like, that was lesser restoration, now you need the big one. You need greater restoration.
So
now.
Just a spell would bring a soul back.
Yeah, it's a high level spell, but a cleric would have it.
A professor would probably have it. I wish we would have had one with us the whole time. That would have maybe helped.
If only.
Yeah. Great.
Moss, I told you that we should have brought a professor.
He's like, Theodûir's worries will probably not be as...
Right. I mean, it's still kind of dire, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how, like, in D&D, like, you have, like, just these spells that can do things. And
yeah, just fix all problems. Yeah.
Somewhat these fix-it-all things.
It's great that you have, like, a book, and everyone just knows. Super meta. It's just like, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everyone knows that all clerics have lesser restoration.
All clerics know that.
Yeah. Right. And everyone can just look at someone and say, oh, you're a cleric, right? Like, people have these neatly defined roles that they are.
Now, granted, we do go to the Gygaxian School of Adventure.
That's true.
So
right.
It's like
so that's specifically the knowledge you would have, yeah. What do you guys do?
Harvard of the schools.
We drag him to that lantern and get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I suppose we should.
Okay, great. Yeah, you can roll Moss and drag Val.
I think there's like that Bender moment, like woo.
Yeah, every time you roll, I'm like air escapes from the sacks of your fat.
You can't quite hear it, but if you get really close, you could just hear cookies.
just murmuring cookies. Great, you can roll them over there. The big, huge, like iron lantern is sitting there, you know, tall as a 2-story building. What do you want to do?
Do we have to carry Val?
Probably. You have to probably drag her. Yeah, you can do that.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I assume one of you has Moss and one of you has Val. It's possible. Yeah. She's just like a rag doll, like dragged through the dirt, right? Like.
Are you stronger than me? I think. Oh, we're about.
Hardly.
We're the same. No, you're a little stronger than me.
There's like a hilarious pratfall comedy as you guys try to roll them out of the boot, and like the 30 feet to the lantern takes you like
we
2
definitely
hours.
fail some checks. Yeah,
for sure. But you can do it. Yeah, there's no real time crunch. So
okay.
I suppose we get back to the lantern.
Our souls aren't going anywhere.
I'll probably tell you what's going on, just so you know.
Okay.
We need to get their souls back. I'm actually gonna make it sound really scary. Really,
you don't have to try that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty traumatic experience. Yeah.
I'm 11 and I'm pretty scared.
Okay, what's the plan? You got the lantern.
Well, can I do an Arcana check on the lantern?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. 21.
Great. You think the lantern is basically ensorcelled as a portal key, an object that lets you go between different realms. This one is keyed to the Shadowfell and then returning to the material plane. You feel like you probably just have to light it.
Okay.
Cool.
Could you cast light on this?
Would that work?
You think it's got to be fire, probably.
Real fire.
On the wick. Or magic fire.
We've got stuff like that in our kit, probably.
Flint and tinder? Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna try to do it.
Cool. Yeah, you have to like open the glass panel of the lantern because it's like a hooded lantern. Like climb in there.
You probably have a really hard time because I've been with you the whole time, so it's like we've never had to do this before.
Yeah, You're trying to figure it out. It takes like another hour of like, I'm doing it, okay? Like trying to get this huge lantern
just
lit.
1 more minute.
God, just let me do it.
And finally it goes up in flames. And you see that it casts this bright light that pierces through all the dust and all the shadow and makes this huge doorway compared to you guys that would normally be like medium-sized person could walk through, but it's this massive like shimmering golden door kind of in the middle of nowhere, and you can just see bright light on the other side.
Great. Let's push them through.
Here we go.
Great. Yeah, you can. The last shot is like the lantern casting this glow, and like through the panes of the lantern, we see this like ragged company like dragging Val and rolling Moss. So you guys go through and like disappear through the shimmer, and that is where we will conclude episode 24, Teacher's Pet. Awesome. Yay. We survived.
I can't believe it.
That was crazy.
That was a close one.
Is that really survival?
I mean, yeah, they can cast
basically
greater restoration on you guys, and you're fine. You made it.
I had 2 fails, and that was fine.
Good. That was so close.
That was very close. Yeah. If we had, I mean, the healing would have probably I would have counted that as a success, even if had you failed one more, because he donated, right? Like he takes time to do that. But yeah, it was very cool. Thanks for that donation, Shadowrunner. You saved Jrmi's life again.
Once again.
Coming
in at the critical moments.
The critical moment.
The true hero of the campaign.
Really, I would make that case. That's true. He is the true hero. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. That was the season 3 finale of Junior Adventurers League. We are unfortunately going to go on a bit of a hiatus for a couple of months while we go shoot XP season 2. But in the meantime, I have something very secret planned with the Junior Adventurers League. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Great. So let's read names. I got the names sent out, right?
I just want to point out that Shadowrunner is essentially Dungeon Master from the 80s cartoon.
Oh, yeah, like constantly
it's
appearing.
Me, Dungeon Master!
And messing with stuff. Yeah, that's totally true.
Perpetually keeping us alive, but without the douchebag dungeon mastering of, like, I'm going to keep you here on this plane of existence, which I brought you to.
Right, Ooh, but I won't let you die or go home.
Yeah.
I won't let you die. Great, yeah, let's read some thank yous, and then, yeah.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Do both of you guys want to read 3 names, and then we can read 2?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever. Or we could do the opposite. They could each read 2, and we could read 3. But
oh, we see what you're trying to do.
I don't know if you guys want to read more names, is what I'm saying, but it's up to you.
Thank you very much, Ashley Rice.
Hey, thanks, Ashley.
Thank you. Another huge thank you to Daniel Chan.
Daniel Chan.
Dan Chan.
Thanks, Daniel Chan.
And I'm doing 3 because I don't give a fuck.
Do it.
Big thank you to Ed Robinson.
Hey, Ed
Ed Robinson.
We appreciate it.
Another big thanks to Brooke Siegel.
Hey, Brooke.
Thanks, Brooke.
We love you, Brooke.
A big thanks to Yvette Byman.
Thanks, Yvette. We're not sure if it's Byman or Beeman, but thank you,
Beeman.
Yvette.
I'm going to go with Byman.
Byman.
And then one of my favorite names, thank you, Pavel Kovalenko.
Hey, Pavel. Thanks, dude.
Pavel. We love it all.
We'll everyone.
Mispronunciations at this point.
Okay, I want to do the next 2. You do the last 2 because you.
That's what I was gonna propose.
Perfect. Hey, Big Ben Jackson. Thank you so much, dude. You're the best. That's his name on Twitter. He's Big Ben Jackson.
Big
Ben Jackson.
To a close friend of ours, thanks to Askren, otherwise known as Exploding Dice.
Thank you, Exploding Dice.
My man.
My man. Yeah. Great. Go for it, Kate. Last 2. Do it. Bring it home.
Very squishy thank you to Jessica Odegaard.
Hey, Jessica.
Thank y'all.
And a huge thank you to Mary Zantop.
Thank
you, Mary.
We appreciate it. One more big thanks, big round of applause for Shadowner, who's been our patron.
Shadowner.
He's the best. We love you, Shadowner. Thanks so much for your support. Before we go, I wanted to really quick, if you guys have a second, let's just each go around and say what your favorite moment of the 3rd season was. If you guys can remember when we started this one, it was way back in Theodûir's birthday, all the way up through through now. What do you guys think? What was your favorite time? Let's just shoot the shit for a minute or 2 about the season.
I don't even remember them all at this point.
So it was Theodûir's birthday, and then it was Wish Upon a Star, which was when Jrmi died.
Nobody
and
said
then
that was their favorite.
That was my hands down the best. Then it was Stuck in the Midden with the trash monster and Duvat. And then we had, oh boy, what was the one after that? Was that the duel? I don't remember. The sword fighting competition? I feel like there was one more before then. There was that one. And
Val got the sword from...
Yeah, that's the sword fighting one. Oh no, the one after Stuck in the Midden was Night of the Comet with
where she got her sword.
She got the sword. I got you. Yes, with Eliza as our guest, and then we had Winner Take Fall, which was the sword fighting tournament. My favorite episode was probably 21, which was the Trial by Fire, the worksheets episode. It's funny because I went back into one of our character creation sessions. I was looking something up. And then I realized in that episode, I was like, oh man, it'd be so funny if I printed out real worksheets for you guys. I'd forgotten that we'd had that idea already. So that was probably my favorite. And then Squid You Not had bringing Jrmi back with the horrible cultists. And then last week was the carnival, the fair.
Carnival, fair play.
Yeah, fair play. What do you guys think? What was your favorite moment of the season?
It's I enjoyed the just positively over eroticness of Theodûir's house. Just
I was thinking that's still my favorite episodes too.
The hilarity of Theodûir's with that. Everyone else already left.
Yeah, right. It's like 10 in the morning, and the party said, you know, the party starts at 9:45. Like, it's impossible that anyone could have left before that. That was a really fun one. Yeah, I like that one. I think that was one of my favorite reactions you guys had with the mimic. When the mimic attacked. Oh, it bit him in half. Everyone's like, ah! And then that's where we ended.
That one had some really good surprises. I agree.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
What about you? I still know a secret.
You do know the secret. Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Theo? What was your favorite episode?
Well, it's hard not to pick that one, but
you can pick. We can have the same.
Yeah, we can all say that's the best episode, and then every other episode between now and then was pointless and a waste of time.
I mean, it's not about my character. I don't.
Why are we even talking about it?
Why is it? No, I think. What else? I really liked. Fair Play was a lot of fun just because it was mischief.
Chat owners is saying is Fair Play.
Yeah, oh, great!
That's a lot of mischief involved, and it was just absurd, and like, I loved the scene painting of the fireworks going off. It was really cool.
That was pretty fun. Yeah. That was
it was like what we wanted. That's what I wanted so much.
I'm still mad about it.
The best fireworks show you could possibly imagine.
Right? Yeah, it's funny because I had like prepped like, at the end of the carnival they can watch the fireworks and like do them all sequentially. Like first it's this, and then it's that, and then it was like, well, they all go off at once. I'm like, all right, so you see this and you see that. And it was just like this long list of everything I had painstakingly planned. Like
you can't even comprehend what you're
watching.
It's
because you're also on fire and dying, right? Like, And Rocky nearly died that time, right? Scary.
Wasn't pleased with that.
I'm sure
that's why I did not choose that one.
You did not choose that episode. Well, great. Hey, thanks so much, people, for watching third season. We'll be back soon with another exciting adventure. But before we go, obviously, we all have to remember. And really, at this episode, above any previous episode, we had to keep at our hearts the motto of the Junior Adventurers League. Do you guys remember the motto? How about we say it all together at once?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Party above.